What's up, guys? Before we get into this episode, a little word from our sponsors. Laughable, great fucking app, almost for the Android, currently only on the iOS. Not only can you favorite your favorite podcast, but also your favorite artists. You can get push notifications on whenever one of your favorite artists or favorite podcasts comes out with a new episode. And if you don't like listening on this fantastical app or have no means to, how else can they listen to us, Slayer?
Well, they can listen to us on DemonSeedRadioNetwork.com. I don't know why I went back to doing that.
It works.
Yeah, I guess it works. DemonSeedRadioNetwork.com, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, every Thursday. Rebroadcast on Friday. Awesome shows that are on the network with us. Check them out. They're pretty fucking sexy.
A lot of good stuff on that network. So this week's episode, we've got Tommy Pistol, actor, veteran porn performer, who's been in the business for quite some time now, talking about how he got into the business and a bunch of other fun stuff.
Yeah, just a heads up, guys. There are Blade Runner spoilers, Heat spoilers, couple other movie spoilers, deep political shit.
So enjoy the show.
Enjoy, folks. Enjoy. Rocking and rolling all night long.
Destiny.
We're good to go.
Yes. So,
Holy shit. We're back in studio for the first time in like a month and a half.
I feel like I've been gone for like months.
Seriously,
or something.
You and I have not seen each other face to face.
Yeah, you were gone first, and then I left. And now we're back together again.
Reunited
and it feels so good. And in the studio right now, we've got Tommy Pistol.
Hello.
Hello.
I was sipping my alcohol.
Sorry, I made his
Hello.
drink a little too strong.
I did, and my penis hurt because it was so strong.
That's a fucking first.
I need more Coca-Cola. I'm a lightweight. I'm gonna admit that right now. I'm a cheap date.
Oh boy.
Ladies, you hear that?
No
Tommy
shots
Pistol,
for Tommy.
No,
he puts out, and he's a cheap date.
Yeah, I'll put out before I'm drinking. But
I don't do that before dinner, anyways. So
howdy.
What's been going on with you, man?
What's been going on with me?
Yeah, I haven't seen you in forever.
I feel like the last time I saw you, we all hung out at Johnny White's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Juanito Blanco.
Juanito Blanco.
That was a
Yeah.
fun night. I have just been working. I am working my tush off.
Working your butt
being
off.
a dad, being
That's right.
being a porn star for the above average man. This guy. I would do it all. I do it for us. All the guys 5'7" who get shit for being short. I say, fuck you. Look what I could do.
In porn, you're tall, though.
Yes.
That's tall for porn.
Yeah, thank God for
That's
video.
true.
Everything's bigger on video.
That is very big. Oh God.
I am very lucky in that for that.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hey,
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for doing the
coming.
show.
Yeah.
I feel honored and thank you.
We've wanted to have you on forever.
Yeah.
Did I brush you off a few times?
No, I just never got around to actually texting you.
Okay. I there's a few people that's been trying to get me, and I mean it's not all my fault, which is good. So
Yeah.
but
Hey,
it's
you're a
just-
working man. It makes sense.
Hey, I work, you know? Yeah, no, work is one thing, you know, being a sex performer. Your schedule is never the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is really nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
You just can't really you can't really prepare much.
Especially being a guy, it's so much harder because, I mean, you know, I've dated dudes in the business before where it's like, oh, I gotta save my load, and then all of a sudden at the last minute, oh, you want to shoot at 8 a.m, and they're like, fuck, I just blew like 2 loads today.
Yeah, that happens.
Right?
I mean, when you're home alone, you're like, oh, the fingertips shall go. Like, what's gonna happen? Silly phone. Who put that on? Tumblr. Big donkey dicks. You got my attention. What?
What are you watching?
I'm sorry. It's a stupid habit. I'm throwing this over here.
Awesome.
Fucking crap. I'm sorry.
You wouldn't be the first one that's done this on the show.
I know.
They're like, get my phone away from me.
I'm so fucking glad I'm here, but I'm going to answer this text. No.
Yeah.
No, we want your undivided attention.
No, you got it.
Pay attention to me.
Yeah. What have I been doing? Just honestly working as much as I can, and in between all that, of course, being a dad.
Right.
When my kids are with me, I have 2 amazing boys. I love them. They're 9 and 6. I do everything for them. All the filthy stuff I do, it's to make money to feed them. And make sure they go to private school and all that stuff. So I got goals, and they're not mine. They're for them.
Right. Did you ever go to a private school growing up?
No, I barely finished high school. I grew up in New York, and the schools I went to, the high school I went to was actually for kids on the verge of dropping out. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that sounds like my kind of school. Because I'm not going to go. And then I get there, and it's like, honestly, some of the most talented fucking kids, like guys I played with, the guys I did sketch comedy with for 11 years. Like, I met them in that school. Chiefs Theater Productions, we did that. I was in a band. I was in a couple of bands. Phlegm, I played bass. All these talented people I met in that school. And the school was like for people on the, like, they're going to fucking be society's like fucking black sheep and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of guys and women, and came out of that school really good, doing a lot of good things. Talented motherfuckers.
Yeah, they just don't focus on the traditional.
Fuck the traditional.
Right. I barely graduated high school on time. Shit.
You know what I'm pissed about being a dad and all the shit I got in school for, like, you got to learn this. Like, as things come out in social media, like, a lot of it was a lie or not true or fabricated to make our country look like we're so great. And like, I never would have thought in my life I'd be having these conversations with my kid. Like, yes, Columbus Day.
Oh my God.
He's a piece of shit. Okay, let's break down why. Yes, the Native Americans, they did not give their land away for, sweaters and dirty blankets and stuff. Let's just be honest.
Right.
So it's great kind of educating them on all this shit that I'm finding out that has been rubbish.
Yeah,
So
if they get
one thing.
if they give it away with a blanket, it was at gunpoint.
Yeah, like, half your family's on fire. Here's a blanket.
Seriously.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I went to a private Christian school my whole life.
Really? How was that?
It was great. I was not really. I mean, I got good grades in school, but I was also the complete opposite of what I am today, who I am today. Let me rephrase. I was like the quiet nerd who got good grades, never got in trouble, and then was bullied, you know what I mean? And then got into high school, tried to force myself to be more social, trying to be active in like the different groups and whatnot. Took drama when I was like, like a junior or senior. And then taught one of my classes when the teacher just up and left at some point. So that was kind of like pushed me to like, okay, now I have to be a leader. This is kind of weird. But then I went away to college, and then I went to a Catholic college, actually. That's where things kind of changed a little bit. Went to a Catholic private school for college, and that's when the tables turned, and I was like, I guess I'm a whore now. So, and then I got into the business shortly thereafter, and that is my coming of age story right there.
Amazing.
In more ways than one?
In more ways than one.
I want to read that book.
Yeah, I'm working on it, actually. I'm actually working on it. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I've been
the second
pondering
guest.
that.
He'd be the second guest to be like, you have to write a book.
Yeah, that's right. I still have Annie'sNotebook.com, by the way.
Awesome.
I just never did anything with it. What the fuck were we talking? Oh yeah, my sex list. That's right.
Do you remember when I contacted you on
MySpace? Yes. Let's talk about this for a minute.
Oh my God. Wait. Yeah, just get into it because I feel like Tommy booty called you on MySpace.
No, he didn't. I wouldn't say booty called me. I was like, what, the first porn performer that you had befriended?
Okay, so all right.
Yeah.
Let's I didn't
Take a trip down memory lane.
Yeah. Oh my God, there I am touching myself. No, the first time I masturbated and like cum came out, that was it. It was like off and running. Like I found what I wanted to do, and that was it. I know that's kind of sad, but I was like, this is amazing. I'll do it forever. No, so I always bought like porn magazines and DVDs and VHS and all that stuff. And then when I finally was able to get a computer because through my union job, I worked as a maintenance worker. Like they had this deal where you could get like a computer. And I was like, this is awesome. And then like porn world entered my life.
It's like when Quagmire discovered internet porn.
Yeah, and it was just like, oh my God, there's so much. And then it was like, I gave away all my DVDs and stuff like that. And then I got on MySpace, and I think I was just searching stuff, and there was something I think you did that you looked like an ex-girlfriend, and she said she did something like, I think she did a little like couch thing or whatever, but I was like so fucking destined. I was like, I have to find this, and I came across something. I was like, is that her? Is that her? Do I finish? Do I not? and then I found out it wasn't her. It was you. And then I was like, well, let me say hi.
After you finished, right?
Yeah. In between typing and touching. No, I don't know. And then I think I emailed you, and I don't really remember what I said.
Yeah.
I don't think it was too like vulgar. I was like, hi, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
The way I was typing, it was all like
so long
high
ago,
pitched
too.
types, and it was like, oh my God. And then you responded. Yeah. And then I went out and I bought a DVD with you, and I was like, we're talking. It must be real. It was so stupid because now I know everybody. I was like, I used to jerk off to you. And now it's like, hey, how you doing? Yeah,
that was kind of like when I first got in the business, because I used to watch a shit ton of porn before I started making it. And then when I finally got into it, I started meeting girls where I was like, I used to fucking Jill off to her and her and her and her. But then, God forbid, I fucking say anything, because that's creepy. Coming from a woman to another woman, like, that's fucking creepy. But anyways, but yeah, so I kind of, I know what that's like. But yeah, that was like, Facebook didn't really take off to what, 08?
08, 09.
Like 08, 09. So I feel like MySpace days, like 05.
Because what was the one before Friendster?
Friendster.
Yep.
Friendster.
And I was on Friendster too.
Yeah, I was on that. And then it was like MySpace. And it was like
all those different things.
Yeah.
Because how long till you finally got into the business since we talked?
So I think I got into business. Yeah, it was the end of 2004.
Okay, so yeah, because I think MySpace was around like.
So I think you were in there a year or two.
I had been in for a year because I got in like late 03.
Okay, yeah.
So you caught me when I was like fresh. I was fresh. I was like 19 years old.
Yeah, I was just
19 years old. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I got in 2000. Joanna Angel.
Yep.
BurningAngel.com gave me my first chance, and it's 12 years later, still doing it. So
damn. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Thank you. Yeah, it's been interesting. It's really insane that I'm still I mean, for me, you got to look at this job and kind of like laugh at it and be like, this is fucking ridiculous. Because like what I just did, and you're handing me money, and it's awesome. At times I'm like, this doesn't fucking make sense, but I'll take it.
Right.
And 12 years later, I'm still like, still kicking and still being requested, and I feel like my fan base is only growing, which is awesome.
Yeah, my best friend was asking about you. I think she might be hitting you up for some shoots or something.
Well, you can tell her how to.
She was like, how's Tommy Pistol? Haven't had him yet. Have you worked with Kaylani Lay?
Who?
Have you worked with Kaylani Lay? Kaylani Lay?
Yeah.
You have worked with her?
I had
I
to.
think the specific question she asked me was like, I haven't worked with him in a long time. How's he looking?
Got it. Yes. Well, if she doesn't mind me wearing a tank top.
And I was like, wait, what?
I like wear all right. I like wearing a tank top. All right, it's my thing. I don't care. Fuck it.
I mean, she obviously likes you because she was asking. She was
I can still do the job.
Yeah, because she shoots a lot of stuff for her own stuff, and she was asking me, and I was like, dude, totally hit him up.
Wait, yeah, I think I just worked with her.
Did you just work with her?
Maybe.
Maybe that was after, because she just hit me up like, I don't know, like a couple weeks ago or something. I'm gonna have.
She was a Wicked girl.
She used to be Wicked Girl.
I just worked for her.
Okay, so maybe that's what it was. Because she had asked me, and I think I was out of town when she asked me, and then I
thought we were laughing her ass off. It was fun. It was for Mike Adams. So
okay, then that makes sense because okay, so you totally did work. Okay,
I did.
Yeah.
I honestly when I got there, I was just like, holy shit, it's you. And
because she's not a Wicked Girl anymore. So.
Yeah,
and she got tits. She didn't have tits.
She
before.
has tits.
Yeah.
Oh, she has tits. I touched.
She
them.
was like. I was like, go big or go home, girl. Because I remembered seeing her when she was like in recovery, and she was like, she went. Nice.
Yeah, they're big.
They're big.
Both
they're
of them.
The size of my head.
I'd hope they're both big. It'd be kind of problematic.
Just to make it clear, they're both big and even.
Good to know.
She has two boobs.
Yeah,
and
they're ginormous, just like her ass. But anyways,
she was amazing. Like,
yeah,
I remember. I know I've been in movies with her, but we never acted together. Mm-hmm. And we always had fun, and she was really fun and a great attitude and everything. So, I mean, she's like one of these people. I was like, she's fucking awesome. I've seen him forever. And even though I never worked with her, I was still like, she's really cool. So the fact when I came to set that day.
And she likes you. So
yeah, and she was there. I was like, I don't want to geek out, but I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like, I've been a fan for so long.
Yeah.
So the fact we got to have sex and it was a massage thing.
Oh, she did talk about that. I didn't realize it was with you.
And it was really...
It's all making sense now. The conversation that I had with her, because she asked me about you, and then I told her, I was like, yeah, hit him up, whatever. Because I assumed that's why she was asking me. And then she said something about like... I think because it was here in LA, obviously, and I think I was still gone, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I just finished shooting a really hot like massage thing," but she didn't tell me it was with you, so I was like, "Oh, it makes sense now."
Oh, she said, "I'm glad she said really hot."
Yeah,
I did something I regret.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
I couldn't. I wish I would just slip on out of that house because it was disgusting. No. It was great. It was actually, we were laughing our asses off.
Yeah.
Because there was a moment where I was like, I think we're in Spoon, but like we're both slowly sliding off.
Oh, because of were you guys using that Nauru stuff or whatever?
Yeah. That stuff is like, it's like some days good, other days it's a fucking nightmare.
For the audience, what is that?
I was just going to say, for those that are listening and don't know what that is, it's like this, I don't even know how to describe it. It's very slippery, like jelly-like kind of.
But it's edible, and if it gets inside you, it's not gonna like do.
It's not gonna cause any problem.
So they say,
and it doesn't smell like anything or taste like anything.
They said it's like seaweed something.
Yeah, it's kind of something like that. Actually, I'm gonna actually look up.
I know there's one that I did use that was good, and then there's another one, and the few times I used it, I felt I was gonna overheat. Because it was like,
really?
I was just so covered in it, and I felt like my body temperature was going through the roof, and I was just like got lightheaded and everything. So there's one of those that are really good, and then there's another one that's a little. It's too much for me. I don't know. I feel like I can't fucking breathe when I have it.
Your skin's just not breathing. It's
I just know that
suffocating.
specifically for like the neuro massage like sites and stuff, they really want to see, because I've done like the neuro massage websites with like Barrett and stuff like that, where they make you. It's kind of ridiculous where they make you. I'm sure you've done these too, Tommy.
Yeah.
Where they pour the neuro gel like all over, and they just want to see the girl like slip and slide on the dude's back. Like you're on a slip and slide. It's really ridiculous, but that's, I don't know. I'm like, is this like a fetish? I guess it is.
Dudes are into weird shit.
It's like a lazy massage. I don't know. It's kind of
That's
like,
exactly what
I'm just
neuro
gonna
means. The
slide
neuro
on
stands
you.
for slippery, smooth, slippery/smooth. The neuro gel. I'm trying to figure out.
It's
Okay,
slippery as fuck.
they have strong tactile sensations are triggered that are designed to relieve stress. Interesting. The main component of the gel is the sulfated polysaccharide. I have no idea. We're not scientists here. I have no idea what the fuck this means.
Gel.
I guess it comes from seaweed. That's what it says.
That's-
So this little word, this big word that I just used. So it's obtained from the leaves of the brown seaweed plant.
All right.
All right.
And they just add chamomile and other minerals to the thing. So
Fancy.
to make it all, I guess, good for you.
For the audience at home keeping track, we are not doctors, we are not lawyers, and we are not scientists.
Nah, we're not.
No. Or a physical therapist.
Nope.
Licensed massage therapists.
No.
They're just
no.
playing one on TV.
Yeah.
How many different jobs have you had, like, in porn? You know, like, massage therapist.
I was just going to ask that. Like, what are
Like my porn, like
your porn jobs?
my resume.
Yeah, your porn.
I definitely. All right, been an agent, been a bookie, been a lawyer, doctor, dad, mom.
Did my first and only MILF scene before I quit the business. Anyways, go on.
I don't know, slasher, like security guard, garbage
Like anything
man.
you name it, right?
Just any
Prisoner?
blue collar. I've been a prisoner. Yeah,
Prison guard.
Prison guard. I've been a
Yeah.
prison.
I'm just
Been a
thinking of
cop.
like all the kink gangbang sites. I'm like, they have so many different.
I mean, probably
Any kind of job you can
any
think
kind
of.
of blue collar job where somebody would need assistance that you would have to pay with money that eventually you make an
Yeah.
agreement and you pay with semen.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot. I mean,
Pizza
12
delivery
years-
boy.
Yeah. No, that's the only. No.
That's really. Oh, I was going
I
to say
don't know.
really.
That would-
Surprisingly,
I know.
Big Sausage Pizza was a huge
No,
thing back
I
in the
was-
early 2000s.
I definitely was a pizza delivery boy. I remember now, actually, like the one or two times I did it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that one sticks out.
Hell, he's been Pee Wee Herman.
That's right.
Pee Wee Herman- all right.
Actually,
yeah.
you've done a lot of parodies. and stuff
Parodies,
like that.
yeah. As for like blue collar jobs, yeah, a bunch. But parodies, Pee Wee Herman. I was Ash from
Evil Dead. Yep, that was
I was
awesome.
Rick Grimes, sort of Walking Dead. I was Nicolas Cage from Leaving Las Vegas. That was weird.
Wait,
Wait,
there was
what?
Yeah. There was a
There's
porno.
a Leaving Las Vegas porno.
Yes.
That is a super depressing movie. Like,
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a super depressing porno.
Did they really? Oh my
And
god!
no, they try to keep that feel of it. Like we shot some in LA and we shot some in Vegas to get like me walking around holding liquor and stuff like that.
Like, oh yeah, we got the Vegas back.
did she say "Don't come in my hair" in the scene too?
I can't remember.
That'd be
that.
really funny.
I know I cried a lot in the movie.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Austin Powers. I was also Austin Powers.
that's right.
And Dr. Evil.
And Dr. Okay,
I was from the WWE, the host, Gene.
Me and Gene Okerlund.
Mean Gene Oakland. I
Oh
was
my
that at
God.
the China Gangbang.
Okay.
Rest in peace, China.
Yeah, that was
Oh my
amazing to
God.
meet her.
She
Yeah,
played
yeah.
the She-Hulk. in a
She
porno.
did. She did.
She did. I once got offered $2,000 at a party to bang her.
What?
Really Drunk Exotica Miami 2012.
And
Oh my god!
I did not.
I
right.
did not.
I did not. But
I did not. Oh hi, Mark. Sorry.
well, what happened was we were at the party. It was the Exotica after party. We're all hanging out poolside at like one of those boutique hotels back when Exotica was in Miami. And China comes in and just makes a hard U-turn and sits on my lap. Like, Matt, what's going on? Josh Presley, Tegan Presley's husband, Lee Bangs, Lexus Texas, a bunch of people were like, we will pool our money right now, but we got to film it.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm not a fucking performer. And definitely, like, no offense to China, but I don't know if I could do your job in the first place. With her, I'm definitely not sure I could have done the job.
That's a lot of pressure. Look, I'm not a fucking robot. Like, you know, thrown in weird situations, I too would be like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And if like things were a little like, you know, if someone was like throwing back a few, I'd be like, this ain't cool. You know?
Yeah.
But, you know, like, I learned a lot doing like the public disgrace stuff and like performing in front of people. But, you know, it's as a male performer, like, it's like 90% head on top of your shoulders and like 10% your dick.
That's why it's funny, like, to this day, I still get messages from dudes that are like, how can I be a performer? I'm like,
go jerk off.
I know I can do it. I got what it takes. And I'm like, if I had a nickel for every dude that fucking said that shit to me, I'm like, it's not, no.
I tell every one of those dudes, like, are you sure you can do it first and foremost? Secondly, find some local girl that wants to get in the biz and start performing with her. Make your own fucking content.
You know what I always tell dudes, though? I'm like, you think you have what it takes? Why don't you find a chick that doesn't want to fuck you?
Yeah, there you go.
I say that to every dude, because, like, I hate giving advice, but the last piece of advice that I did give, which was old, many, many moons ago, because I just don't give a fuck about answering that question anymore, but when I did, I was like, listen, you think you have what it takes to be in this business? Fine. Find a girl that doesn't want to have sex with you, and then find 20 strangers to fucking film it, and then see if you can hang. You know?
Yeah, those are great days. Oh, I love that.
Cut! Okay, wait, who said that? One of these 20 dudes said cut. I don't know. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, I was just actually explaining it to Bert Kreischer when I was talking to him at the Podfest.
Yeah.
At one point, he was just kind of throwing it out there. One of his buddies was like, I want to do porn as long as they don't shoot my face. And I'm like, Bert.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, one that doesn't happen. I'm like,
that.
Bert. I got up and stood over him like the sound guy would stand over you or the cameraman would for a POV shot. Like, so Bert, could you bang with me standing over you like this, but sweating on you under the hot lights? He's like, no.
Dude, there's a funny meme.
What about throwing insults at you also?
Yeah.
Stick your tiny dick in her. Come on.
Oh my God.
Thanks a lot.
You're looking kind of limp there, bud. You think you need a moment to...
Oh, should she tickle your balls or put a thumb in your ass?
Or if they know which guy, like what certain male performer, is doing it, and they're like, oh, you need to like lick his nipple for a minute to make him get hard again. Okay, anyways.
Spit in his mouth.
Degrade him. Call him a pussy.
Bite his dick. Sort of That's thing. My thing.
But no, do you guys, are you familiar with that meme that was floating around for a while where it was like every guy, it was like the meme was, I don't even remember who the performer was.
I think it was from
it's that French
Perv
director.
City. Claudio.
Claudio. He's like or is he Italian? My bad, Italian. He's all up on the dude with the camera, just like you're describing just now, Slayer. And then the meme, it said every dude thinks they can do porn until they realize like,
I think
this is how close they get.
It was Claudio, and I think the dude. What was that guy's name?
It was like, I think it was like, I don't know. I remember who the male performer
was.
was.
Tall guy, fit. I know that doesn't narrow it down, but he doesn't perform anymore. He did a lot of Bang Bros. Alex? No, not Alex. What was his name?
I can't remember who the male performer
I don't remember either, but
I know
he
exactly
was going at her like Doggy.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I know
it was
exactly.
a blonde girl.
Yeah.
It was a blonde girl. She was in Doggy, I think. Or
she was in Doggy.
And then the dude, Claudio, was just all up in it.
I mean, it's a great job. Everybody has their days, but for me, even after 12 years of doing it, like I'm 41 now, and I have to. I know I got more in me, but it's not fucking easy. It's not, and I don't care how big your dick is or whatever, because a lot of those dudes that came in are gone, and like there's a reason why like you still see kind of the same guys.
Yeah.
Derek Pierce kind of said he put it in a way I was like, oh, I guess that is happening now. There's like a passing of the torch, like a changing of the guard. Like a lot of the guys when I got in were like the main dudes, and then I came up with a bunch of the guys that were the main guys now. And now there's a lot of new guys coming in, and
there's a lot of the other. I mean, I haven't performed in like over a year, almost 2 years. Holy shit, it's been almost 2 years since I last performed, and I remember when I was still performing, I would be on set and I would see all these new, like, young dudes where I'm like, who the hell are these people? You know what I mean? And then they're like, of course, a lot of them are, yeah.
No, I mean, everybody had to get their start.
Yeah.
I think there's a certain, like, people got into this because we're perverted and we're like,
Sure.
we want to be like filthy pigs, and
That's why I got
then
into it.
we found a way we can make money off it. Awesome. But I mean, more power to whoever gets in it and can stick with it and stuff. And
Yeah.
but it's definitely it's a different mind frame because it's also different times. The way I don't know. I think people are like, some people are getting into it and they're like kind of well off or had great childhoods, and it's like.
Well, yeah, we're like a lot of
both your
dudes.
parents are lawyers.
A lot of dudes would come in that are
interesting.
like, actually, exactly what you were just saying, come from money or had like decent jobs. Like, oh yeah, I'm a doctor. Like, why the fuck are you doing porn if you're a fucking doctor? I don't understand. But then they come and go. And then they're like,
yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, I know with a lot of girls, like I've come across that. I think girls come and go more, and people come.
No,
in.
more girls definitely come and go more frequent. Come and go more frequently, because a lot of them, they come in for, and it's the same. I feel like as it was when I first started in the business, and I started in the business like fucking almost 15 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost 15 years ago, I got in the business, and girls back then, I remember meeting this Asian girl because. At any given moment in the business, there's never that many Asian girls to begin with, which kind of worked in my favor, right? Like, I feel like that's really what worked in my favor when I did have a career, you know what I mean? Is that there wasn't very many of us. And I remember meeting a girl who happened to be an Asian girl. If I said her name, you probably would never have heard of her because she only stayed in the business for like a couple of months, if that. And her reasoning was, literally, I shit you not, this was her reason. So the only reason why I'm doing porn is because I got to pay off this Victoria's Secret credit card. And legit, right. I was like, you'll stay. You're going to like the money too much. And you're going to, it's fun. Like, porn is fun. You get to fucking get paid for it. Like, who doesn't fucking like that shit? Obviously, the sick sad truth is a lot of people don't fucking like it. But there's some of us that did and do. You know what I mean? And this girl, she literally was like, I just have to pay my Victoria's Secret bill. And then I'm gone. And she... like the wind, gone.
She had a plan.
She had a plan. She
and
came
she stuck
in.
to it. Holy shit.
She stuck to it. I was like, nah, you're going to stick around for a while. Nah, that bitch disappeared. I say her name. Everybody's like, who? Because she like didn't stay long enough to make a name for herself.
Yeah.
She literally was just like, I just want to make some money, pay my Victoria's Secret credit card bill, get the fuck out. And then other people have other reasonings too. I mean, some people come in because they're like, oh, I want to fucking whatever.
It's, I swear to God, like, it's a fucking great job. It's freelance, so like I was saying earlier, like there's no real set time on anything. For me, I feel like I have a closer relationship, with my family because I'm not a fucking weekend dad.
Yeah, you're not like
I
9 to 5.
Yeah, I can see them like before 6 o'clock, and I'm not. Fucking angry and like, oh, I'm so fucking tired. Just get away from me. Like, no. So it's convenient in that way. It pays well. I think the hardest thing about it is just like the toll it kind of takes on the body, and
sure.
like all the, confidence, I take in herbal supplements and all that stuff because like I said, I'm not a fucking robot. So... It gets, I feel like we're, I always looked at male performers as kind of guinea pigs. And I think a lot of these companies like base their products on like, how are these guys lasting? And, some things are better than others, but trial by error. And
right.
Like anybody who gets in this job, like good luck,
For sure.
Just fucking plan ahead and don't be an idiot like any job.
And don't abuse abuse the male supplements because some guys they OD on it and then they're like, I'd quit.
And they're forced to because
their
stuff happened. Like
yeah.
And also anybody who wants to get in this biz, like don't fucking date anybody in this biz.
I know, honestly, guilty, and I learned my lesson. Like, Being in the business for as long as I dated a couple of people in the business, and I was like, I can't ever again because it just doesn't work.
It's a double-edged sword because I don't mean that like totally. I mean, it's not easy, and some people it works. Dating someone in the biz works for them because they know what they're going through. I personally always liked a separation. So
for sure,
if I was like also with somebody in the biz, then that's all there would be. And having
that was my problem with the first person that I started dating in the business is that like, it was just like porn 24/7, porn 24/7, porn. And I'm like, oh my God, can I get a break from this shit? You know what I mean?
I
like,
went through my times of like, how much longer can I do this? Why am I doing this and everything?
Yeah.
And then I look back and I was like, wait, like I can't deny the fucking years I've actually made a name and put like through like everything I had into it, and I'm still doing it, and it's the work is still there, and I'm still fucking doing good.
Yeah, everyone's like Tommy Pistol.
That means
you hosted
that
the fucking
totally means
AVNs.
something.
I hosted fucking AVNs.
Yeah.
In 2015, I sang a song. I did a dance. It was
You were in a
great.
fucking leisure suit or some shit, right?
They rented it. I loved it. No, it was like I don't know. Like if I wanted to be in like mainstream and stuff, would I have gone so far? Would I be in like the top 20, top 10 of the best actors or performers? Like, I don't think so. You know, would I have had a career maybe in a few like indie movies or stuff? Like I've done that already. Like I'm still doing things like that. But would I been able to stand out as much as I have in this career? Like this career welcomed me, and it gave me all these opportunities. And as for somebody pursuing a goal, like that's a fucking positive thing.
Yeah.
Like they didn't shoot me out. It wasn't like I went to like
and
set
plus,
after set and like, oh, you're no good, get out of here.
That works in your favor too, being a male, because I feel like males have a longer what's the word I'm looking for
Shelf
here?
life?
Shelf life in the business.
Longevity?
Because women get longevity, exactly. Women get shot out so quickly because you look at a woman, sad but true, you know, I mean, obviously this didn't happen in my case, but a lot of women come into the business, you know, they're 18, 19, and then by the time they're 22, 23, they get shot out. Like people are like, oh, we already shot her. Oh, you're not a teenager anymore.
It's like
we can't.
It's like stages, right?
Yeah.
It's like I got in, I had this one look. It was a young, innocent look. Okay, everybody shot me. What do I do now? I might get fake boobs. I'm going to change my hair.
Yeah, color my hair.
Yeah, and then it's like the new me. And then I'm back.
And that's exactly what girls do. The girls that have been around for years and years and years, right? Because typically, statistically, a woman only lasts between 6 and 12 months in the business. It's like between 6 and 12 months, they're gone. They're like, okay, I paid my Victoria's Secret credit card bill. Now I'm gone. Whatever.
Deuces.
Or my family found out. Now I'm gone. Because that's happened to a lot of fucking women.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
business. Yeah.
Yeah.
My family found out early on, and then they were very supportive. That's the only reason why I lasted as long as I did. But my whole point is that I think a lot of women, they do go through the stages where, like what you were just saying, where they're like, okay, maybe if I get boobs, you know, and I'm talking about the girls that are still in, that have been around for like a decade, you know, they're like, I'll get tits. Maybe I'll do this differently and whatever else. And then, of course, when you reach a certain age, because sometimes it's funny how porn works with that. Because there's some girls that are like 26 already doing MILF porn, but they've been around.
Because they have fake tits, they've been around.
Well, no, and they've been around since they were like 19, so they stick around for a few years. They reach 26, and they're like, okay, now I'm in MILF porn because they got fake boobs, and then they're older because they don't give a fuck about how, like, you could look young, but if you're 26, they're like, oh, she's 26, we should put her in this MILF movie.
I don't get that.
I don't understand that either.
I mean,
I don't understand that either.
I don't know. Somebody is telling them to say this or shoot that. I don't get it.
Okay, so one of the last films that I shot, so I was like, what, 31 years old, I think. It was a girl scene. It was like a mom-daughter fucking fetish thing, you know what I mean? And it was funny because I show up to set and the director is like, do you have any eyeglasses or something? And I was like, well, I do, but I didn't bring it with me. And they're like, we need to make you look older. I mean, you know, I took the piercings out, I don't even think I had a shaved head yet. But I took my piercings out and, you know, I looked normal, but they were like, you still don't look like a mom. And like the girl that I worked with, like, looks like how I look normally. You know what I mean? And it was just kind of funny how I was like, who the fuck booked this shit? You know what I mean? Like someone booked me just based on my age. Oh, she's 31 years old. I put her in this movie, but then I show up and they're like, you look like you're fucking 20. Okay, whatever. Let's roll with it. So we rolled with it and it was just ridiculous.
They're like, we don't want to pay this kill fee.
We'll make it work. It's fine.
We'll make it work. It's
like
fine.
they're gonna get chewed out. Like they're gonna be like,
Yeah.
"What is this? You could plainly see she's not a mom." And it's like,
Yeah.
neither.
They even made it. You know what was funny
It's
too?
fucking
Like
ridiculous.
clearly it's not real, right? The girl that I did the scene with, she's like 4 years younger than me or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And we had to do a disclaimer at the end of the film, like, by the way, we're not really mother and daughter.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm pretty sure people watching this will know that we're not really mother and daughter.
Right, and if they don't know,
Just cover
don't
your
breed.
ass.
Yeah.
Don't
No ma-
breed. If you couldn't tell that difference, don't breed.
Yeah.
Please just don't breed.
Seriously. But anyways, that was the only time I ever did a MILF movie. The only time. Only
I want to do DILF.
You haven't done any daddy.
Yeah, I've done it. I get a lot of stepdad stuff.
You still look young though. So you don't
I
even-
know.
Yeah,
I mean, now that I had a shave for I did something for Wood Rocket,
okay.
and I had to do a whole prosthetic
Was it a parody?
thing. It was a parody. It's gonna come out on Halloween. I'll say that much.
Ah.
But yeah, I had a shave and I got a haircut, and I don't know. I know I look younger every time I shave. I look like
Well, yeah, with guys,
a
like you
little
shave,
younger,
you
thank
like
God.
shave
If you
off a
put
couple
me
of
and
years.
Tommy next to each other, people would probably guess I'm older.
I am. Yeah, I am. How old are you?
36.
Fuck you.
Fuck you! I look older than you.
41. No, I mean,
I'll
yeah.
be 33.
What?
Yeah, I'll be 33.
Fucking A.
I'll be 33 next month. Less than a month. November 6th.
No, that's I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. What's your secret for looking older?
Horrible diet, a lot of alcohol, not much sleep. Obviously.
I didn't know how to segue into a compliment. I think laughter has kept me young.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
I really.
It's true.
If anything, I want to have with my kids. I am the funniest person
Yeah.
they will ever meet in their lives. So I always try to make that a goal. But honestly, like the years of doing sketch comedy and really like this industry and the people, like I like laughing every fucking day, belly hard laughs, really does the fucking soul good. And I think that's a huge reason why I still could look younger.
Yeah, for sure.
I am so depressed because things are so fucking hard, and for some reason I still I don't look like a lot of my friends I grew up with, and they're doing well. I'm not saying not, but like we age, like I'm even older than a few of them, but I still look younger than them, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just lucky, but I think I like to really honestly believe laughter is a huge
For sure, laughter is definitely the best medicine.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I just got to laugh a lot more.
Just look in the mirror and just laugh your ass. Just like, ouch. Just it's healthy. Do it.
Ouch.
You know, this was the thing I went through last month, and I was like, wow, is everything over? I had Bell's palsy.
Oh, shit.
So it started on a Thursday, and I had a pain in my neck. And I was like, oh, this sucks. But my back always hurts from being on it. And then, how was work today? I was on my back. And then the next Friday, I felt like I had something in my eye. And I was like, okay, this is annoying.
Fuck. Okay.
And then Friday night, my top lip felt numb, like I had a Novocaine shot.
God.
And then when I woke up Saturday, literally the left side of my face did not work. I could not blink, and my mouth was closed.
Oh
so
my
I was
God,
doing
dude.
a totally Harvey Dent. And like an asshole man, I had tickets to bring the kids to the movies, and my girlfriend's like, you got to go to the fucking doctor. I was like, I'm fine. I'll go afterwards. And she's like, if you don't go, I'm going to leave you. I was like, that's serious. So I went, and the doctor, and then while I'm sitting in a fucking emergency room, I'm like, my imagination starts going. I'm like, oh my God, I'm having a stroke.
Yeah,
I got
'cause
all the
usually,
signs.
The left side, yeah, the left side.
I don't smell toast, but I was like,
Wait, is that a thing?
they say you smell like a burning thing or something.
Oh God.
Oh shit! Am I having a stroke?
So just sitting there, I was like, oh, this sucks and it's getting worse. And then my imagination was like, we're going to fuck with you. So then when I finally got to see the doctor, I was like almost in tears. I was like, am I having a stroke? And he's like, you're at Bell's palsy. And I was like, I hope not. And he's like, no, that's what you have. And I was like, oh. And I was like, okay. And he's like, there's no reason why it happens. They say it could be some strain of a herpes virus, or it could be if you're obese or something. There's no real reason why people get it.
Okay.
But the fact that I caught it within the 72 hours and started medicating and everything is probably why I healed in 3 weeks.
Wow.
Where I started posting stuff on Instagram because I had to wear a patch. Because the one thing that I was most scared of, if I didn't lubricate my left eye or wear a patch, I could lose vision because it just kept.
Yeah, because you don't blink. And
Yeah, it's because at night, I'd lay down and my eye would roll back, but then it would get all dry. So I constantly would be waking up, adding.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it sucked. So, and everyone I spoke with, I posted a thing on Instagram with a patch. I was like, does anyone have any good Bell's palsy jokes? And then like people just started like, oh my God, I had this when I was in high school. I had this last year. I had this. But everybody was telling me they had it for 2 months. They had it for 4 months.
Oh my God.
6 months. So as a male performer who depends on his face and speaking and,
Yeah.
I was like, this is serious. And all, my kids.
Well, it's a good thing you went to the doctor.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And started medicating it. And another good thing, but I can't explain why, but the first week, after a couple days, I just started smoking a lot of weed. And at night when my girl was sleeping, I'd stare in the mirror and I'd just try to manipulate my face for like hours until after like the fourth.
So
or fifth,
this went on for 3 weeks where you could
this
not.
went on for 3 weeks.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, that was.
Did you shoot any scenes with the palsy? Come on.
I pitched pirate scenes. I pitched a Larry. I was like, I could do a good Larry Flint porno. I was like, I could pull off a good Harvey Dent. And everyone was like, ha ha, no. Because I was drooling. Like,
Come on, special needs
Yeah,
porn.
because I mean, if you're numb,
I wish.
That is such an untapped market.
Now, was it just your left side of your face, or was it like your body?
It
too?
was just the left side of my face. So this eye
okay.
would not close. It was just open. Like it's insane to be like, I can't close my eye. Like
being paralyzed almost.
Yeah,
right? Like,
and
that's what Bell's palsy is. It's paralyzation of the muscles on one side of your face.
So I took the medication. I had to take vitamin D because that helped with the nerves and stuff.
Yeah.
And just what I was doing at night. And literally 3 weeks later, like, it started coming back and I started shooting again. And the first few shoots were a little weird and people could tell, but it was way better.
Because you're probably so used to having your left side, your eye. Like,
but also the steroids I was taking to help build the muscle back, they were like, towards the end, they were fucking killing my kidneys.
Oh.
So I was like, when this, like, it's better, it's worse, it's better, it's worse. And I'm very grateful that I got, like, it didn't fucking scar me. Because some people were saying they still had a droopy eye. Or some people were saying they still had this. And I am fucking so lucky. I know I am. And it kind of lit a fire under my ass to, like, do more and everything. Mm-hmm. So that's also been a goal to just, like, writing more stand-up and, like, trying to pursue more, like, mainstream stuff and everything.
I've just recently started getting into more comedy, so...
Yeah, I've done a couple open mics. Again, with the schedule, it's not fucking easy, but as long as you do something, that's all that matters.
Man.
Like,
Definitely. Where have you gotten up?
There's a place in Burbank that I did it. I think it's called
Flappers or
Flappers. Yes, sorry, the one on the corner of Magnolia. Yeah, Flappers. I did an open mic there. The hot dog one in Silver Lake. I'm so bad I forget the names. The name, I know it's stupid. It's like, wow, I'm really dedicated. I did a couple. I haven't done so many, but it's just kind of writing material and trying to stay in that mind frame and everything.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, does some of your material, because I know there's a couple of people in the business who have kind of taken up stand-up. And a lot of their material, well, it's mostly female that I know of anyways, that a lot of their stand-up has a lot of porn stuff in it. Do you talk about porn a lot in any of your material?
That was kind of... I had a really I haven't done stand-up where I was talking about porn.
Okay.
Because I felt... I was writing with someone and their advice was you got all this years of material you could use and stuff. And in my head, I was like, I should just reinvent myself and do something new. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of came to an ultimate, a kind of meet in the middle, a smash up. So I've been developing this character, and it's basically porn dad. So it's a guy who's been in porn, but he's a dad, and how do I use all those life experiences, and I could give my son great advice, my kids. So that's kind of the way I've been going and stuff, and also looking at it in a way of well, if this picks up, I could also write a book.
Sure, yeah.
Definitely.
Being from a male porn star.
Yeah, and you've been around for so long.
And then being a dad and just sex advice and things like that. Yeah. So there's kind of a plan that I have, and it's slowly developing and getting all that going.
Speaking of your kids, do they have any idea what you do?
They don't. And being they're 9 and 6, I hope they have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, they're young. They're pretty young.
I mean, that's a conversation I have and with my partner and what age is appropriate.
Right.
They got tablets. One of them's always on YouTube and watching stuff. And I might be naive to think that they're so innocent.
Yeah.
Because I know once I got that came across my lap, it was it something clicked and I was like, I can't stop touching myself.
Tommy's actually touching himself right now.
Okay.
Look away. No. I'm the first and foremost, they have to hear it from me. It has to come out of my voice that this is what I do. I don't need to get in detail or anything, but I think from a lot of the people I know that their parents worked in the industry in some way, whether cinematographer or performer, it coming from them instead of from some douchebag yo, is that your dad? Mentally, I think it prepares them a lot more, and I would hate for them to be surprised, because I think that's where kind of anger and pain could be why didn't you tell me? And
my life's a lie.
Yeah, I mean, that could. I don't want to fuck their lives up, but I think when my oldest is 10, I think that's a good, because he's really smart, and that's my biggest fear is them to ever hate me. So, but again, I don't want to say something too early, and then it's well, now you opened up this door.
Maybe?
Well, the problem is that I feel the minute you told the oldest one, he's telling the youngest one.
Well, I'm going to tell them both together, and there's a way to say it.
Apart,
I don't have to be it's the words I'm going to use. I make movies for adults. It's movies you can't watch. When you're 18, you can watch them, but as of now, you're not allowed to.
Right.
And this is what I do, and this is why you have everything, and it's what my career and provide. I have it kind of planned out in my head.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What I'm going to say, because it's going to be it's going to be a big day, and I know. So when my mom found out, she was being nosy, she was going through my trash, and she was "What's this letter?"
But before you continue, how long were you already in the business by the time your mom found out?
I was still in New York, and I think Do you remember when the movie Blood Diamond came out?
I'll tell you,
Yeah.
right?
With
DiCaprio and
yeah.
Yep.
You give me that date because that movie plays a huge part in
I wanna say 04.
in this story.
I feel like that's like that movie's 04 or 05.
I think it's 05. It's
So
06.
Okay, I was a little
I
off.
guess I was in it for 2 years.
Okay.
I was shooting for Burning Angel and I was shooting for Duke Dollars. They did like facial abuse and ghetto gaggers.
Yeah. They're
And
based
that's
in New
where,
York.
yeah, that's where I learned to do the rough stuff. Mm-hmm. And so basically in 2006.
Yeah, 2006.
Okay, so my mom, I've been doing it. I'm not gonna. I really try to keep it separated and everything. And my mom, she's nosy. So somebody sent me a letter. I don't know fucking why. They were like kind of
sent you a letter.
Yeah, they're just saying like this is the letter. You're amazing and blah,
Fan
blah,
mail?
blah.
Like physical fan mail?
Yeah, like a fucking letter.
wow.
Like a letter I got to crumble up and throw away. So
Yeah.
just like, I'm so glad you're in this movie. Thank you so much. It's going to be great and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, fine, crumble trash.
Sorry, dude, from 10 years ago.
I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck do you want me to do with this?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then my mom, I come home, my mom's like, I found this letter. What is this about? And I was like, oh shit, it's happening. So I was like, all right, fuck, let's sit down and talk, right? So I kind of changed, I wasn't like my sling dick for a living. I was like I work in the industry, I kind of direct, and I, act in it sometimes. She's like, oh my God. I was like, are you okay? She's like, I think so. I was like, do you want to go out the house and do you want to, let's go to the movies? She's like, yeah, I need some fresh air. Fine. I was like, okay. So we go, we're quiet the whole way. We're in we're about to get out the car. We park. And right before we get out, she looks at me. She's like, do you have sex with dogs and children? And my fucking heart fell, because that's someone of her age. That's what they think porn is.
Yeah.
Depraved, disgusting, the worst fucking sexual
that's
act
true.
you could do. And I had to take a second, because I was like, this is my mom
Yeah.
asking me, her son, her youngest son, do I have sex with dogs and children?
Right.
The fact that your mother could think you're even capable of that.
The fact that we had to drive fucking 10 minutes to the theater and that's what was playing
Going
in her
through
head.
Yeah. That she worked up the
Fuck
nerve
me.
to ask you that. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
She was like...
Like
she
her
was-
idea of porn is that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I had to... I took a second... Because those are the last fucking words you ever want to hear your mother ask you.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I was like, fucking certain dogs and not all kids. I was
Kids got to be cute.
no. I was just like, no. I was like, I give you my word. I promise. That is not what it is. Everybody is an adult. Everything is legal and
Consensual.
I promise you. I promise. None of that is happening. And she's like, okay. So I was like, let's go to the movies. Fine, right? So we're like, what movie do you want to see? I can't remember everything playing at that time, but we settled on Blood Diamond.
Okay.
I liked Leonardo DiCaprio. I think he's great. Let's go see Blood Diamond.
Jennifer Connelly was still really hot.
So after what happened in the house, that like bomb of and then we go, what happened in the car, another fucking bomb. Let's go see an entertaining movie. Blood Diamond is a very violent movie where African kids get their arms chopped off.
Yeah.
Long sleeves or
digging
short
in mud.
sleeves.
I was like, this is not a great night. And I was like, this is the worst fucking movie I could have picked for tonight. But that's what I will, whenever I think Blood Diamond and whenever I think of that night, like that's what happens. Like that's what comes to mind. That fucking having my mom ask me, do you have sex with dogs and animals, with children? I was like, no. And then we go see one of the most violent fucking movies. So Blood Diamond. I mean, yeah, it was awkward. And other family members, I never spoke to a few people about it, but they just know. Like, I know my brother-in-law, he was like, my nephews brought up to him, like, I think we saw our uncle. And yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he was like,
Yeah.
and they were like teenagers. So
And I
they
know
were,
people in my family that watch porn. I'm like, that's not gonna be the same for them.
yeah. My brother-in-law is like,
Yeah.
So you're doing things on the internet. I was like, who told you? And he's like, your nephews. I was like, oh. And I was just rocking back and forth like, no.
It's like when you think about it, you're like, who watches porn? And then you think about it and you're like, okay, who in my family could be watching porn? Okay, cousins, uncles,
They're
shit
they're
like that.
fucking teenagers. Of course they're watching it. Like,
It's
they're
speak of the
fucking-
devil. My mom just texted me right now. Anyways,
Her
No,
ears
my-
must have been burning.
My mom, how she found out, I had an ex-boyfriend I was dating and I was starting off just doing girl, but this was in San Francisco with like this one producer and stuff, and he didn't like the fact that I was doing that. He was very conservative. He was 21, a virgin when I met him, and I took away his virginity. I was like 17, 18. And
snatched it
then I
up.
started doing girl porn behind his back, make some extra cash, whatever. And it was fun. I love girls. And I was like, wow, this is fucking fun. In San Francisco. And so then he found out and was like, I don't like you fucking doing this. Like, being bisexual is wrong and all this Christian fucking shit. And I'm like, are you
Mumbo
serious
jumbo.
right now? So then, anyways, we broke up. He ends up telling my cousin, who tells my aunt, who tells my uncle, who then calls my mom at like 3 a.m. Calls my mom at 3 a.m. Do you know what she's doing? And then my mom's like, it's 3 a.m. I'm going back to sleep. I have to go to work in like 3 hours. Good night. She hangs up on him.
Wow.
But then the next day, my grandmother, my mom's mom, she calls me up and I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows.
You
like, this-
never called me.
Yeah, like my grandma calls me and she tells me, she was the first person to actually like verbally say anything to me after I knew that like it was going down the line of people in my family.
Yeah.
And so then my mother or my grandmother, she tells me on the phone, listen, you're my granddaughter. Nothing's ever going to change the fact that you're my granddaughter. Nothing's going to change the fact that I love you. Am I happy that you're, doing this for a living? Not really, but it still doesn't change the fact that you're my granddaughter or that I love you. So I just want you to know I love you. And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
wow.
I nearly cried because I'm like, this is my conservative Catholic fucking grandmother from the Philippines telling me this on the phone right now. After I already found out that my mom, all that thing the shit went down with between my mom and my uncle. My grandmother was the first person to actually talk to me, and she said that to me, and I was like, what the fuck? This is fucking weird. And my mom didn't speak to me for like a month. I think at one point my mom like threatened to call the cops on me. I'm like, yeah, okay, what I'm doing is legal, not illegal. I don't know why you're threatening to call the cops on me.
I'm not hooking.
Yeah, I'm not a
corner.
hooker. Like, I'm doing porn, and then after a month passed, my mom got over it, and then nearly 15 years later, my whole family, like, they're very supportive. My dad knew, but it was kind of like a don't ask, don't tell type situation, Like, I'm just gonna pretend like I don't know, but he did know.
I'm sure. Like, I mean, that's fucking intense.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird, and it's like people's reaction. And I think it's because of they just don't know how to openly talk about sex.
Yeah.
And so their fears, and like my mom, like I do porn, and her mind went to the worst fucking scenario ever. So everybody, unless depending on their age or how they brought up, just has this fucking assume that it's the worst possible thing ever.
I lost a friend when he found out. It was just a platonic dude that I had a platonic friendship with, or relationship with. And when he found out, his last words to me on the phone was, "Oh, so you're a prostitute now?" And I was like, "Excuse me?" He's like, "You have sex for money. You're a fucking prostitute." And I was like, "Wow." So then, like, that was the end of our friendship. Like, he kind of equated pornography with prostitution. And when he found out and called me up and we talked about it, he's like, oh, okay, congrats, you're a prostitute. And I'm like, excuse me? And then we kind of argued for a minute. And then that was just the end of it, and I haven't spoken to him since.
Well, fuck that guy.
Well, he was never really your friend.
No,
if he
exactly.
Was, he would,
exactly.
like,
but it's
stick by your
interesting
side.
how different people have different perceptions. You know, my mom, she was like, I'm calling the cops. I'm like, what's that going to do? Like,
I don't understand how people could, like, they get, like, it's your life, it's what you're doing and your choice.
You're not hurting anyone.
Yeah, and they've been friends for years, but they feel the need, like, I have to walk away from you.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and that happens with a lot of people.
Well, it's their moral compass. It's, you know,
this is too much.
Yeah.
But like,
their version of right and wrong.
This
is on the wrong side.
Yeah.
what's fucking worse? Doing porn and, like, getting paid and making a living, or, like, being, like, an alcoholic and hurting people, or, like, being a drug abuser. And it's like, all that stuff happens, and people just fucking turn the blind eye.
Hell,
Like,
they want to help you. They want to fucking help you.
You got a problem. Like, either I might give you, like, my time, or I might not. But it's just, like, especially in this industry, like, I would assume it's, like, there's always going to be shit everywhere, and like, shit happens, but if you're, like, go about it the right way, like, this industry, you're really working with professional people that they're not going to risk the fucking company.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to go by the book and fill out fucking forms and prove that you're old enough to be here.
Yeah.
And keep records. And
Yeah. So, like, there's a whole
And
fucking...
we're cleaner than the general public. That's another thing that people always...
That's
by a long shot
you
these
must
days.
be diseased,
You know what?
bitch.
That was the main fucking thing I told the comedian the year that I hosted. I don't know why. If you want to look up her name, I would like.
Oh, that would be Kate Quigley.
That's right. Yeah.
In 2015?
Yep.
Kate, yes. I'm sorry. I respect Kate so much, and the fact that when I was like, look, if you want to fucking, like, get a response from this crowd, do not come out and say, I love big black dicks. I love dicks, right, ladies? Can I get enough of the dick? Right? I was like, because that's what every other female comedian came out and said.
Yeah.
If you want to fucking get a laugh and, like, talk about something that nobody fucking talks about or acknowledges, talk about the fact that we test twice, 2-3 times a month.
Yeah.
It's mandatory.
It's mandatory.
And so many other fucking civilians have no idea what's going on in their fucking
They've
body.
never been. A lot of civilians don't get tested ever in their entire life. And I used to, when I was,
scary.
Even when I was like not when I stopped when I was single. Excuse me, let me rephrase. When I was single and like not performing, I still got tested regularly because we all know that I'm like the biggest slut that I know. You know what I'm saying? And I still
You're
got,
up there. Top 10
I still
for
got
sure.
tested regularly, and you know there was this woman. She's a doctor. And she promotes like casual sex, and she's an advocate for pro-sex positivity, which is exactly what I am as well. And she had done a study with where she interviewed this woman who had been, she was like in her mid 40s, I want to say. She was in a swinging lifestyle, right? She had been with over 1,500 partners.
Oof.
And she interviewed her, and she said, so tell me something. How often did you use a condom? She's like, I would probably say I probably use a condom 15% of the time with my partners. But because I was careful and, you know, I took my own part. And she didn't do porn or anything. It was just a total civilian. She's like, I never caught anything. And I believe that because when, you know, I go through I like to call them tram pages. When I'm single, I go through tram pages, you know, whatever. And I would always get tested, and I'm like, I'm totally fine, like full panel, everything. But what was my point? My whole point is that a lot of people don't understand that. I'm like, you have to understand, in the business, we have a whole computer system where you have to, like, when you're performing with someone, you have to go into the system, make sure that there's a green check mark that says they're good to go.
And it says 14-day test, 21-day, and 28-day.
And there are
right?
certain companies that are like Belladonna. She required 3-day tests.
Yeah.
And she would pay for it, though, because she realized, okay, this is, you know.
That's a lot to ask.
It's a lot to ask for someone, so she would pay for it, which I appreciate. I'm like, okay, that's great. But yeah, she would require a 3-day test. She would pay for it. So there's some companies out there that are like, I'm sure she's not the only one, that are like, you need a, you know, much.
Oh, Stoya's like that, too, because she's allergic to penicillin.
Ooh, so am I. That's fucking sucks.
That's I mean, that's a huge thing and that was the whole thing when we were like, when we were fighting for our rights about.
Oh, Prop 60?
Prop 60.
Yeah.
That whole thing. And I know APAC, I believe, had meetings with people, and the person they were meeting with, like, they were going over like what we do, what we mandated in the industry ourselves, self-regulated. They were like, wow, I wish everybody would do this, and we would be a lot fucking better off health-wise.
One, we should be, because there's now antibiotic-resistant gonorrhea floating around in the world.
Wait, what?
Oh, I read an article about this recently. In a lot of countries, they've come across strains of gonorrhea that is antibiotic-resistant.
Woo!
Super Ghana.
Super Ghana.
Super Ghana.
You got that super clap, yo.
You got that super G. No, look.
Can't say I ever got that shit, but anyways, go on.
And people are getting it in their throats.
Ew! Ah, god damn it! Fucking hell! Okay.
Someone's gonna stop sucking bum dick. Maybe.
But it will not be Tommy Pistol. He'll keep.
No, I like rolling the dice. No. I look for truck stops. I'm joking. No, honestly, like, everybody is like, look at those disgusting sexual acts they're doing. And they don't realize it's fantasy, and they don't realize the paperwork. They don't realize the test. They just see the act, and they're like, how can that be a clean person? She's just like,
and then I always ask those people, I'm always like, when was the last time you got tested? And they're like,
what's that?
How old are you?
Like my
I'm
IQ?
35. When was the last time you got tested?
Ever?
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
Right. Do you even have like?
I'm not gonna say names. But I know when I came out here, when I was like coming back and forth in the beginning, I got a little something, and this was somebody who like banged the civilian.
Yeah.
And I was like, between us, we were fine, but like you fucking fuck John, Schmo Smith here, and like now like shit happens. Like,
it does.
You take care of it.
Yeah.
But we're so much more aware of our body.
Yes.
And what's going on. And like instantly we're like, something's off. I could go somewhere and do this. Where other people, like, they get scared. And instead of like taking care of it, they'll like be embarrassed. And it's like, you can't have that mind frame.
Oh, when I got chlamydia, I got it from a civilian. And I let it ride for a couple weeks. I really did. Like, I'm like, I was just being a stereotypical dude. I'm like,
I'll walk it off.
Pretty much. I was just like,
I'll hit the gym more, bro.
I was pretty much like, well, I was always told that like, you get chlamydia, your pee will fucking burn. It didn't burn. It was just uncomfortable, and I was pissing all the time. I never had any discharge. So I'm like, I must have like a urinary tract infection or something.
Yeah, some people misconstrue. Yeah,
So I'm like, I'm down in cranberry juice like a motherfucker. Like, it'll clear up. 3 weeks later, like, it didn't clear up. I'm going to get tested.
Yeah.
And they took my urine sample. They looked at it. They didn't even run it. Like, they put a strip in it. They're like, we're giving you antibiotics right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, but there's people that still like, they're not aware and they're embarrassed, and it's like, sex is not a thing to be embarrassed about, and especially taking care of it.
Also, I want to give also notice to people that are like really, 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 really uptight and like super scared and petrified of STDs, that they won't have sex because they're petrified of it. Like, I will not suck a dick unless there's a condom there. And it's like, okay, statistically, you can't really. I mean, you can. Like, they say you can, but the chances are very, very, very slim, unless, of course, you're, like, blowing some dude that, like...
Super gonorrhea. Come on. Super gonorrhea.
Yeah, exactly. But a lot of people need to kind of lighten up a little bit. There's some people out there that are a little too paranoid, where I'm like, listen, go get tested. It'll be fine. And then don't be afraid to tell your partner that you want them to fucking, like, get tested, too. Like, if it really bothers you that much.
I dated a 24-year-old virgin at one point, and... The reason, like, she wanted to lose her virginity to me, but she was just too paranoid about catching something. And it ended up not happening. It's just like, are you crazy?
You can get staph from sitting on a bus. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And staph can be a lot fucking worse.
You literally can get staph, and staph can kill you.
Oh, yeah.
I got ringworm
Staph
from,
can
like,
fucking
being in
kill
a
you.
gym. For like rolling around on a mat.
Yeah.
Like, I got fucking ringworm. Like,
Yeah.
am I gonna fucking not have sex now? No, fuck that. I think I need to point out also, guys, like it's God's evil joke, but your G-spot's in your asshole.
It is.
And you need to accept it, and you need to let someone touch it and lick it and poke at it and have fun with it. And maybe if you want to shave your butt, you could do that. But it's a great feeling, and you should not be ashamed of it, and you should welcome it in and have fun.
I personally am still passing on that just because.
Have you had, when was the last time someone licked your ass?
Oh, I'll let someone lick my asshole. But actual insertion, I'm a Jew with some GI problems. I don't need shit in there.
Oh, God. Oh, what are you doing back there?
Yeah, she's likely to get some blood on her hands. It'll be like fucking banging someone on their period. I'm out.
No. Look, let's just, I mean, the years of doing this and getting older, I reached a point where I'm more like sexually, I'm fine with a lot of things. Like a lot of guys are like, oh, I want to like be in a threesome, but I don't want to do a DP and like balls might touch. I'm all for balls touching and balls in same holes and rubbing dicks and stuff like that because it looks awesome on camera. The girls, unless she's a great actress, is totally enjoying it. And it looks fucking great. And I don't know. There's just things of worry that I'm like, why did I give a shit about this back then? Life is short. Fuck it. Like, if you're having a threesome, like, and your dicks touch, it's not gay. It's like, there's a chick there, you're having a threesome. Like, shut the fuck up and enjoy it. And stop questioning your fucking manhood. And just accept that this is a fucking human body and we're doing this. Like, it's just this whole like hang up on like, oh, I don't know, like my sexuality.
We have a puritanical society, unfortunately.
We do, and I blame religion, so fuck religion.
I'll drink to that. Cheers to fuck religion.
Fuck religion.
Cheers.
As we lose a couple listeners on that, but we didn't want those listeners anyways.
No, they're not here to hear that shit. Fuck them. I mean, come on, like religion is so fucking. It doesn't make sense anymore. It's like whatever fucking credentials it had, they're gone.
No, it's just another corrupt organization. But we probably should steer away from this a little bit. Maybe. I don't know.
All right. I'm fine with that.
Just maybe we shouldn't quite steer into that fucking skid.
It's the cause of every war. Megadeth said it. Let's move on.
And I believe everything Dave Mustaine says, which is kind of crazy because he's totally born again these days.
Is he now?
And he's mad conservative.
Wait, what?
Dave Mustaine from Megadeth.
Yeah.
He's A, born again, and B, really conservative.
You lost me at born again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've watched him kind of preach from stage.
He sang Holy Wars. Like the guy, like, come on, he knew what he was talking about.
He did, and then he backtracked.
Well, maybe that's just getting older and all the shit you start to regret.
Well, he also like lost feeling in his hand at one point. Like he couldn't play guitar; he had to reteach himself how to play guitar.
All right, well,
So maybe he found God when he refound his guitar.
maybe whatever. Hey, whatever works for you, then do it. Have fun.
Nah. When you're trying to enforce your ideals on other people,
Oh, that's garbage.
yeah.
Oh, I see. I got all right. Forcing ideals. Like I got in an argument with a guy on Twitter over Trump because I was posting a bunch of stuff and a cartoon of Mike Pence blowing Trump. Like even Mike Pence takes a knee as he's like blowing Trump, right? So and then this guy was like, oh, "Your timeline is all beaten on Trump." I was like, "He's a piece of shit." And he's like, oh, you don't fucking understand. And this guy was arguing for, like, a long time because he just needed to get his point across that what he believed in was right. And I was like, dude, I mean, I think I kind of squashed the whole thing because I was like, look, I think government's corrupted. It's fucked. I didn't give a shit about it a long time. But now having kids, like, I kind of care what's going on. And I feel like I need to be more of aware of what's happening. But, like, all the fucking presidents we had fucked our country up with like over and over and over. So it's like Trump's not doing anything different, but it's just more out there, and his fucking social media presence is garbage. Like he's a jackass and constantly fucking contradicts and lies and just sets himself up to look like a douchebag.
Hey, he's a
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. And you can argue me and you can say he's done well and fucking all this other stuff.
You won't hear that from me.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I'm also basing it off of, like, the guy's like, oh, the media is just, you're repeating what the media says. I was like, yeah, like legitimate media, like news, like, what are you basing yours on? And he sent a fucking link, and I was like, well, who says this is true? Like, just because you believe it, I have to fucking believe it?
Well, we're suffering from really bad tribalism in the country right now.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
But, that was, I know that was sarcastic, and I responded to it like it was serious.
No, not at all.
No, it's really bad tribalism at this point. It's like, my team's in power, and I'm going to support my team.
Yeah.
And it's blindly just supporting your, quote, team. Just realize, people, you have no team. These people don't have your best interests. They have their own best interests in mind, no matter who it is.
Yeah. I agree. Whatever's going to fucking happen is going to happen. Like, whether you really support him or you support her or whatever, Democrat, Republican, like, whatever's going to fucking happen is going to happen, and it's going to blindside us, and we can only prepare for so much, but we only have so much say. Like,
right. Well, when people are screaming up and down that 9/11 is an inside job, I'm like, cool. It was an inside job. What are we doing about it? Nothing. So why are you bitching about it?
I totally believe it was. I'm sorry. How can Building 7 fall like fucking 3 or 4 blocks away?
Wait.
And no other building fell around it?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was an inside job or not. It's 16 years later, and the world's changed over it. You haven't affected change either way. They did what whoever masterminded it got their goal done.
Yeah, we went to war with fucking...
Right. So
Yep.
there's no point in expending energy crying about it being an inside job. What does that accomplish? Nothing.
No, it doesn't accomplish anything, but I am... It just justifies that we're fucked no matter what. No matter who we vote for, or whatever you believe in, like, the government's gonna sway in the way they want to do, and I really believe, like, we're all they're more the pawns, and, like, there's a bigger fucking leader behind everything, and I don't know, it's just like,
well, I'm not affecting change on any of that, so I just kind of go, no, that's going to happen. I'm going to put my energy towards things that I can actually have some semblance of control over.
yeah, it's insane. After like 41 years on this earth, I give a shit more now about what, like, this douche is tweeting. You know, like, and I get more riled up and feel like it's affecting my life, and I'm letting it affect my life, even though where years ago I just fucking didn't care. But I don't know, it's a whole different entity now, would you say?
It is. Unless you're going to go out in the street and actually protest and try to affect change, you shouldn't lose any sleep over it.
Exactly. I totally agree. I mean, there's so many ways to reach Congress and to get your voice heard and stuff like that, and call and protest and signatures and stuff like that. And if you're just fucking Facebooking or retweeting, are you changing anything, or just fucking?
You're just drawing attention to yourself and trying to get likes on your page.
Yeah, like when I got blocked by Eric Trump. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I was like, look at this. And I fucking posted it, the screenshot of, like, blocked. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And I was like, why is this so cool? Like, fuck this guy. And it's become like a fucking signature, a badge of, like, look what I accomplished, you know? And
I'd still try to bang his sister.
okay.
She's Jewish. It's cool.
Oh, well, then there you go. How are you doing?
Cruz is making faces at my...
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Well, I mean, not that she'd do anything with a low life like me, but...
You live on the 5th floor. You're doing great.
because this was the only unit available. So I live on the top floor. I'm so fucking fancy.
It's awesome. It's a nice building.
Why, thank you.
The lobby was a little smelly. But then again, I'm sensitive to smells, so.
Anyways. So, yeah, I would try to run it in Trump's daughter. But, if she'd let me. Of course, consensually.
I can't, like, when that guy was running as a candidate, a lot of people I knew who were, like, you know, union workers in New York and stuff started talking, and they were like, this guy I remodeled his fucking floor in the Trump Towers, and this fucker gypped us on the bill. And I started seeing those, like, fucking responses more and more, and it's like, this guy's always been a crooked prick, and he's going to get over on people no matter what.
I'm not even upset about him being crooked. I feel all politicians are crooked. I'm not about him getting caught being crooked. I want my politicians to get away with it.
You do?
Yeah.
It's just, it's crazy how blunt he was and how, like, this is what's happening, and everybody still fucking voted for him. It's insane.
Once again, that's tribalism. That was 100% tribalism.
I feel like a lot of people that voted for him just voted for him based on the fact that they're fucking Republicans. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
That's what I mean by tribalism.
And that's what I'm confirming for people that don't understand what you mean by that.
Oh, sorry.
A lot of people, because I know a lot of people from my hometown. I'm from fucking Northern California. From this fucking shitty town called Stockton. Anyways.
Hey, Stockton's about to give out universal pay to everybody.
I don't care. A lot of the fuckheads that still live up there that I went to school with, they all are fucking pro 45. And the only reason why I know this is because of Facebook, right? Facebook's such a wonderful fucking place. A lot of them are like, ooh, yeah, woo, and he won and shit. And I'm like, technically he didn't win the popular vote. But anyways, whatever, keep praising. Like, my family is Republican, right? I didn't vote for fucking 45 at all. When I grew up and was able to understand politics, I was like, I'm not going to follow in the footsteps of my family like everybody else that I went to school with, apparently. But even my own mother, who is a Republican, didn't vote for fucking 45. You know what I mean? It's just kind of funny to me how, like, all these people are just doing it based on the fact that, like, well, I'm a Republican, so I'm going to fucking...
Well, it was a combination of, I'm a Republican. Everyone assumed that Hillary had it in the bag, so a lot of people didn't even bother coming out to the polls. Because Hillary's got this.
A lot of people also didn't vote because they felt like they didn't like either candidate.
Well, and they were also disenfranchised by the DNC, just flat out fucking Bernie.
And for the record, I did vote, okay? There's a lot of people that didn't vote, and I'm like, you're the part of the... Well, I don't know. Did you guys vote?
I did vote.
Okay, thank God.
You could call us part of the problem if we didn't vote. But either way, we live in California. Our vote on a national level doesn't fucking matter.
Well, yeah, because she did win the popular vote, but it was all fucking the Electoral College that fucked it up.
It really was a time. It was like, I know when Obama won, it was like, wow, change. Like,
hope.
Something might.
Yeah.
Black guy in the White House.
Super cool black guy.
Yeah, who could sink fucking 3 shots, 3-pointers. Like, I mean, that was stupid. No, but honestly, like, it was like, okay, this is something different that we're not fucking used to. And, like, no matter what, like, he still had to answer to a lot of government and Congress. And so it's not like he could just come in and be like, I'm going to change everything like that. Like, there's still people telling him and rules and voting and all this other shit.
Well, and as much as Obama was cool and a lot of shit, he killed a lot more people via drone than anyone else ever had.
He used the shit out of those drones. And then it was like with this one, like, we all saw that Trump was like, what's going to happen here? Like, this is no good. And, like, this, for me, the second he, like, had fucking insulted that handicapped reporter, I was like, this guy is scum. Like, how the fuck? And then all the stuff just kept coming in on how he's a piece of shit. And he's a great businessman. He's going to take our fucking country into a better direction. It was like, I mean, if you're given a bunch of money, like, you have a lot of room to fail and do good. And that's kind of what it was. Like, it was a mix between of him opening his towers and doing really well, but he also got sued a shitload of times and fucking bailed on a lot of payments of stuff. So,
and has declared bankruptcy multiple times. His businesses, not him. Not him personally, but his businesses.
Like, the fact that he was a businessman, like, to me, didn't fucking mean anything. But
Well, the government isn't a business.
yeah,
A business is about turning a profit at the expense of possibly your workers. It is about being responsible to your shareholders and turning a profit. Government is not.
yeah,
Government is supposed to provide for the people. That's why we pay taxes, is to have representation and social programs.
yeah, yeah.
Holy fuck, can we just get off politics?
Yeah, let's totally get off for politics.
Cruz is like, yeah.
I'm like, whatever. I hate 45. That's all I'm going to say.
You know, we've
we
got
can all
negative
do that.
iTunes reviews about that.
Yeah, I don't care. They can suck a cock.
I am so happy to be here. I really appreciate it. The liquor is sinking in.
It's fucking flowing.
It's flowing.
As we
I
do,
made my
as we
drink
do.
way too strong. And by way too strong, I mean I just put a splash of Coke in there. Anyways, cheers, guys.
I haven't
Cheers.
even put a splash of Coke in. I'm on my third.
I'm on my second, so
I have to be kind of with it after this, so I'm like,
So do I. Maybe, kinda.
no, I have to.
You have to go see a super deep movie.
No, but I have to record a review after. So I'm like,
what's the movie?
Blade Runner.
Have you seen it yet?
No, not yet.
Oh my god, you're missing out, dude. It's the most beautiful movie I've seen
I
all
think I
fucking
plan on
year.
seeing it this weekend.
It's super beautiful.
Yeah.
The plot,
I don't know. I loved it.
I enjoyed it.
Has there been like the best fucking movie out lately, or is there always something everyone like? Has there been like across the board? This is a fucking phenomenal movie, because I can't think of one.
I can't either.
I'm trying to think right now. I'm like, wait a minute.
That nobody like.
Like a movie that's just like perfect 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I can't think of fucking one.
I can't either. I really can't. The last really super enjoyable movie I saw was The Nice Guys. I love that movie.
Really, with
Russell Crowe and
yeah, that was a great fucking movie.
and
It was
that's
funny. It was fucking suspenseful, and
Yeah.
it was like
I love Shane Black.
violent. Yeah. Baby Driver.
Ugh.
Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had problems with Baby Driver.
What were your problems with?
So I saw it with a screening with a Q&A with Edgar Wright.
Okay.
And
Kudos to that. That's cool.
part of my
Hey.
beef with it, Edgar, in the Q&A, treated it like it was a serious heist flick.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He was talking about how he went and interviewed inmates about bank robberies for this
Okay,
movie.
dude, that movie was like a comedy. Come on.
But he's been planning that movie. Okay, so we bought it on Amazon, or I think.
Some one of those, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a feature where throughout the movie he'll throw up stuff about describing why he used this music, or stuff about the scene, and he broke stuff down. And it basically was saying that he's been planning to write this movie for like 20 years. And he started out, before he started the script, he started picking the music on how he thought the movie should go. So
No, there's
interviewing inmates might be,
There's a lot of good
Yeah.
that went into Baby Driver. So spoilers ahead for anyone who hasn't seen it at this point.
there's driving.
There is. My problem was, okay,
No babies.
No babies, no.
no babies.
No.
I had problems with the fact that there was no reason that Jamie Foxx's character should have been there past the first job.
Okay. Well, because they kind of contradict themselves, saying like we don't reuse the
Yeah,
same
he said we
people.
We don't
I
reuse
use
the
the
same
same
people.
crew.
Well, on top of that, they're supposed to be professionals, right? Jamie Foxx's character was nowhere near professional.
No, he's not. He
was
ended up.
ghetto as fuck.
He was ghetto as fuck. They killed that one guy. Yep.
He
spoilers.
killed a gas station attendant to get gum. That's not low key. That is something that draws attention to your crew.
He's not good at his job.
Right. That totally took me out of it. I'm like, why would they hire this guy again? Why?
Yeah, true. Okay.
The fact that Baby's sitting there on the getaway car, which is a car they're going to ditch, just beating his palm print against the door.
Okay.
Okay.
Nitpicking, but okay. No. I get. I totally get it.
And
Like,
that's.
But didn't he have gloves on? Wasn't
No,
that
he
a
did
thing?
not. He did not.
Okay.
And the reason
I
I'm
don't remember. I
nitpicking
only
that
saw it
is
once. So I'm like,
the reason I'm nitpicking stuff like that is because Edgar Wright said the way Edgar Wright was treating it like it was a serious heist flick.
like it's fucking Heat or something.
Right. Did they make mistakes like that in fucking Heat? No.
No. Heat's
As far as I could tell, no.
No. Hell, when they were going to dispose of Wayne Grove, they had a lining in the trunk.
Yeah.
Spoilers on Heat if you haven't seen it.
If you are going to see Blade Runner, see it in IMAX.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I saw it in IMAX, and I was like...
I saw it in the Chinese last week.
Yeah, I saw it in the Chinese.
Okay. I've seen the last two Star Wars, The Force Awakens and Rogue One with the kids at the Chinese theater, and that was fucking experience.
Yeah,
that was,
IMAX at the Chinese theater, that's where I saw...
There's a fucking
Blade
reason
Runner.
why that fucking theater is so goddamn amazing.
Oh, it's beautiful and the screen's great.
I can't wait for Last Jedi, I'm just saying.
I really hope Last Jedi is better than Force Awakens.
Did you... Okay, were you one of those that hated Force Awakens but liked Rogue One?
Yep. All day.
I'm the opposite. I liked Force Awakens, and I like Rogue One was kind of for me.
Well, okay.
If I had to pick between the two, I liked Force Awakens more than I did
The reason
Rogue
I didn't
One.
like Force Awakens is I felt it was lazy writing to just rehash A New Hope. On top of that, you have Deus Ex Machina in the fight between Rey and Kylo Ren. Like, oh, we're just going to have the Earth split between them to finish up this fight. It's fucking lazy writing.
Okay.
The whole thing was screamed of lazy and playing on nostalgia.
What? Really?
Yeah. 100%. Come on, you can't come up with a new plot? The Starkiller base is stupid. It's stupid. On top of that, they are no longer the Galactic Empire, right?
Okay.
Okay, we're talking about Force Awakens, right?
No, we're talking about Force Awakens.
Yeah, go on.
They are no longer the Galactic Empire. Who's funding these assholes? There's no tax money for these fuckers anymore. Right?
Yeah.
What is the rebellion rebelling against? The Empire fell.
Yeah. They don't.
Right?
Okay.
So, anyways, back to Blade Runner.
Well, and the reason I liked Rogue One is they did their best to fill plot holes from A New Hope.
Excuse me. Rogue One is supposed to be kind of like what happens before A New Hope.
Right, and they do a really good job of filling the plot holes from A New Hope. And on top of it, I am a big fan of not necessarily having happy endings if it doesn't fit the story.
No, I like the ending for Rogue One, to be honest. And when that happened, I was like, that should have happened.
Right,
Like, how it
exactly.
happened is exactly how it should have happened. I was not one of those fuckheads that was like, oh my God, I can't believe... No. Like,
I can't believe she
that
didn't
needed
survive.
to happen in order for, what fucking happens in episode 4.
It really has to happen, because otherwise, if they'd survived that, why were they not in the other, original trilogy?
They couldn't not have that.
Yeah, they
Right?
needed to have that happen. That had to happen. Otherwise, it was just kind of like, okay, well...
There was an actor in the Raid, and he was the star of the Raid, that indie martial art flick. And
he was
Force Awakens.
he was the...
I'm trying to look up his name. It sucks that I can't.
I thought he was in Rogue One. I thought the guy from the Raid was in Rogue One. He was the blind...
How do you even see? No, that was. Oh my God! Why can't I?
The
think of
Raid?
his name?
Is it called The Raid?
Yeah, the Raid.
The Great Raid or The Raid?
The Raid. So, also, Judge Dredd was basically a remake of the Raid.
Ikoi. Is it? What do you think?
Or Dredd,
Mike,
sorry.
These two guys were in the Raid.
You're off mic, sir.
These two guys, Johan Ruin, he played Mad Dog in the Raid, and Rama was Iko Uwais. And seeing them in The Force Awakens made me so fucking happy, because these were like amazing fucking martial artists in like a fucking franchise, like a Hollywood franchise.
Well, and you know why they did that, right?
No.
The Chinese market.
The Chinese
No,
market.
dead serious. A lot of American movies, because
Good.
China will only allow so many American movies a year in to be distributed in China.
Donnie Yen. Sorry, he was the blind guy in Rogue
In
One.
Rogue One. Okay,
Right.
Which is-
And that's why he's in that movie, is to appeal to the Chinese market, where they only allow a handful of American movies every year. And they do so much business because there's only so many American movies.
All right, that makes sense.
A lot of American movies can tank in the American box office and do so well overseas that there's still sequels made. Blade Runner is actually possibly one of those movies where it only did 13 million its opening weekend.
But Blade Runner didn't do too hot in the box office.
Right,
And that was expected, though. That was expected.
But there's a big expectation that it's going to do really well in Asia.
Interesting. Because I remembered speaking to someone over at Warner Brothers, and I was like, how do you think... Because, it is a Warner Brothers film, right? And they were saying it's not going to do too well. I'm like, really? That kind of surprises me. And they're like, well, it's going to be exciting for all the cinephiles out there that are a fan of the original, of course, but as far as, overall, it's not going to... We don't think it's going to do too well. And then, sure enough, it didn't.
Well, on top of it, the original didn't do too well in the box office.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
And the multiple recuts are part of the reason that it has done well as kind of a cult classic.
Yeah.
The Blade? Wait, the...
Blade Runner, yes.
Blade
Yeah.
Runner, yes.
And honestly, I feel like 2049 should be recut.
The opening scene in Blade Runner 2049, that was actually a scene written for the original.
It was.
And then
really?
they didn't film it, and so they said, fuck it, we're going to do it in Blade Runner 2049.
I can't wait to see it.
You need to see it in
No,
IMAX.
it's a beautiful movie.
It's very beautiful.
The twist, I really was upset about they force-fed it to you.
Really?
I was annoyed that they insulted the audience.
I mean, I already knew that something weird was going to happen with that. Like, okay, I don't want to spoil it.
Right, we're vaguing it.
Yeah, we're going to be vague about it, but... When the twist did happen, I was kind of like,
oh no, I was okay with the twist itself.
Yeah.
I was upset with them screenshotting to the answer to the twist. I felt that was an insult to the audience.
Wait, say that again? Them screenshotting what?
They popped up on the screen the answer to the twist.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah,
okay.
I felt that was insulting to the audience that we couldn't figure that out when it happened.
Yeah.
Really? We couldn't figure that out?
Let's talk for a minute here, though. The girl that was in it, the one who played, oh my God, I'm blanking on her fucking character name.
Joy?
No, not Joy. Not Joy, not Love. Although I did like Love. She was so fucking, I don't want to use the word evil, but she was just so badass. You know what I mean? That actress, just the way, and again, I don't want to give spoilers, but the way, there's one specific scene where she did something and she just chose to cry.
Yeah,
From an actor's perspective, I was like, considering who she is, what she is, whatever you want to, I don't want to give too much away again. I mean, obviously you know, but when that happens, you're like, wow, she made a choice to do that as an actress, and that was very, I don't even know what word to use to describe that. It was fucking amazing. But no, it was the actress who played the prostitute, with the kind of orangey hair.
She's hot as shit, by the way.
No, do you ever watch Black Mirror?
I have not.
Okay, never mind then. I was about to get excited if you were like, yeah. Because one of my favorite episodes of Black Mirror in the 3rd season, she's in it.
She's a series regular on some other series, too.
I'm not quite sure what series regular.
Someone pointed it out to me. Also, I mean, it was an interesting decision. It was an interesting decision how they handled Kay's love interest.
Oh, the Joy.
Yeah, Joy.
Yeah.
I know some people...
She's hot, but anyway.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, is she hot.
Super hot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Blackbeard?
No. Well, one of the actresses from Black Mirror, an episode...
Black Mirror?
Yeah, have you seen Black Mirror? Black
Yes.
Mirror, I know. Okay, do you remember season 3 San Junipero episode?
Which,
It's the one about the 2 lesbians.
I didn't see that one.
Okay, well, one of the actresses from that episode, she's in Blade Runner. And I recognized her at first, and I was like, who is it? And then I remember looking her up, and I'm like, oh my God, she's in my favorite episode of Black Mirror. But Slayer here hasn't seen it. You haven't seen it, so now I can't get excited anymore because none of you guys have seen it.
She's still really exciting.
Well, she plays a lesbian in that episode. You should probably get on it. But anyways...
I'll get on her whatever way she'll take me.
But we were talking about Joy. And you were saying... What were you saying about Joy just
I know
now?
some people were disappointed. Her fate in the movie... They weren't into it because she wasn't a real person. They didn't really empathize with...
Oh, they really didn't give a fuck. They're like,
Right.
well, who cares? Well, yeah. I mean, when that happened, I didn't... Honestly, I'm guilty of not empathizing.
Empathizing?
I can't talk.
Cruz ain't got no empathy, yo.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't ever anyways, but... Anyways.
You probably shouldn't admit you're a sociopath on the air.
I'm not a sociopath. Okay, anyways.
I am. Oh, shit.
Oh shit! Fuck your feelings.
Fuck your feelings. But anyways,
You got tears. Fuck your tears.
They're delicious.
but no. But seriously, like when that happened, I didn't really feel too sad either because when they showed her again later on, like where he had gotten her from, you know, it was just kind of like, oh wait, now he's kind of questioning whether or not those feelings were real,
Or they were just
Obviously
programmed.
They weren't because they were programmed. You know what
Just
I mean?
like his memories.
So, yeah, exactly. Oh, we're getting too deep into this right now.
Okay.
All this nerd talk.
don't.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put in the pre-roll. Like,
Save it,
this
nerds.
episode is full of spoilers.
Yeah, it's full of spoilers. But yeah, we'll just end it here.
I
Tommy,
think
you have
I'm
go
going to be
see it.
seeing it this Sunday.
You should see it.
I want to hear
Okay.
your opinion on it. It's a beautiful film. It's beautifully shot.
Yeah.
From what I've seen so far, is fucking breathtaking.
Can I ask you a question though? Because you
Please.
obviously have seen the original, right?
I saw it a long time ago.
You saw the original.
I'll try my best.
I
to
saw.
remember.
So
I
I
went
have
and saw the original with Charlotte Sartre when they rescreened it. At
Okay, now let
Union
me ask you
Station.
this: do you believe that Deckard is a fucking
Rugged
replicant?
Howard?
No. Harrison Ford.
Oh,
Do you believe that he's a replicant or not?
Are we going off what we learned in 2049 or just off the original?
In general, because a lot of people that watch the original, they're like, "Oh, he's definitely a replicant," and then I have to disagree with this.
I disagree with that too. I think he's a dude.
Yeah.
I never thought that.
And even after watching, because fucking Vance, he was like, "Oh, I'm like, no, I disagree with you. I don't think that." So I had to ask you guys, what do you think? Do you?
No,
think
he's
that
a dude.
fucking Yeah, I do
never-
too.
I
Especially with what
never-
happens, and again, don't want to spoil it for Tommy here, but like in 2049, they kind of make it clear that like, well, I mean, shit.
No, they're still super vague in 2049.
I know, but still, I don't believe. I still, even with the stuff that happens in 2049, I still don't believe that he's a fucking replicant.
No, I don't either.
Yeah. Wow, this just took a very nerdy turn. Okay, anyways.
And welcome to Advanced Cruise Control. I'm sitting in for Steve Vance.
yeah,
Especially because Vance and I have very clashing fucking opinions. Like, he and I don't agree. But anyways, moving on.
That's okay. He's going to go watch some men in spandex wrestle with each other. So
that's cool. Wrestling's awesome.
We were just talking about, like, what was the last greatest movie we ever saw. But I fucking...
Well, seriously, what is the last, like, new run movie you saw in the theaters that you really like? This
Wait,
is a great movie.
In the theater?
Yeah.
Besides Blade Runner?
Yeah. You thought there were no holes in
What
Blade
about
Runner?
on Netflix?
Fuck. Okay, hold on.
There are holes in the new Blade Runner. There are holes.
There's some holes, yes, but I'm trying to think of another movie that I may have seen, because I've been seeing a lot of, Movie Pass is a great thing, by the way. Just shout out to Movie Pass if y'all haven't gotten.
They're not a
shit.
sponsor, but we believe in it.
We believe in it. I'm trying to think. Shit, dude.
Seriously, the last movie that I saw in the theaters where I'm like, this movie's amazing was The Nice Guys.
Okay.
Yeah, cause see, like, I liked Mother, but there was I had some qualms with Mother that makes me feel like I can't say like, oh my god, that was like.
I had qualms with it. I had qualms with 2049.
I liked it, actually.
I enjoyed it.
I liked it.
I liked it for the fact that one, a horror movie was finally getting credit and making
And
a
it was
shitload
number
of money.
one, dude. I was like, what?
So I respect it for that.
Yeah.
But I mean, as for a horror fan and the whole
Yeah.
horror genre, like literally once fucking the clown
Pennywise.
Pennywise, the dancing
once
clown.
he was fucking introduced, like right in the beginning of the movie, it kind of took the whole like fear of like when's he gonna pop up,
Right,
Like
right.
because they're just like, here's this, here he is.
Yeah.
There was no build up. So any other time that he came in on screen, there was no fear because it
Yeah.
was like, oh, it's just Pennywise again. Oh, there he is again. Like the bathroom scene.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that was amazing. There was stuff about the library that was so like
Yeah.
there was a scene, there was a part of it that to me, I don't know, a lot of people don't talk about, but I thought it worked because they barely it wasn't a big focus.
Yeah.
And I felt like unless you caught it,
Yeah.
like then you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
You-
But it wasn't like really pushed as a major thing. It was kind of in the background, and if your eyes adjusted right,
Did you ever read the book?
I didn't read the book.
Okay, you want to know something interesting? Fun fact.
Please tell us.
Useless fact. I don't know. So in the book, so you guys have obviously seen the remake, right? So you know how at the end they're all stuck in they kind of defeat Pennywise in the sewers, and then all of a sudden they're magically up top, and then they do the blood fucking
which was so goddamn stupid.
Yeah, so you know how it is written in the book, right?
It's a gangbang.
Yeah, it's a fucking orgy. In the fucking gangbang technically because it's one girl. In the book, I don't know if you're familiar with this at all, Tommy. Is this
I
all?
heard
Yeah.
about the orgy and everything.
In the book, Stephen King writes in the book that they can't find a way out of the fucking sewer. So the girl, right?
Beverly Marsh.
She says, well, I think we need to kind of connect as one here.
That's a great idea.
So she
Yeah.
takes away their virginity one by one in the fucking sewer. So they have a really weird sewer orgy.
Did
right?
she just kind of line them up?
I don't know. I don't remember, but like it's just written that way that a fucking sewer orgy happens, and then all of a sudden they magically find their way out of the sewer because they kind of joined forces as one.
Makes sense to me.
And everybody was worried, like, are they gonna fucking put that in the remake? I hope they don't put that in the.
They
obviously
couldn't put that in the remake.
No,
No, not at
and
all.
I'm glad they didn't because that would have been really fucking weird.
Well, also in the book, Bowers makes Beverly suck his dick in the sewers.
Yeah, and ew, and like, there's a bunch of other stuff that happened in the book that's different than the movie, obviously. But that was one thing where I was like, holy fucking shit.
Well, my big beef with the movie was spoilers, folks. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
was the fact that Pennywise, every other time he actually got his hands on anyone, murdered them, flat out murdered them.
I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right.
He kidnaps Beverly.
Right?
That made no goddamn sense in the context of the movie.
But wasn't there a bunch of other
No. The reason
victims?
why he didn't kill Beverly is because he said to her, she says to him, I'm not afraid of you. Because what happens is he kind of feeds off their fear. That's the whole thing.
Right, but he waits to take her to the sewer before that line happens. He just grabs her after he murders her, after her father gets murdered.
Mm-hmm.
He just grabs her, and then we go to the sewer.
But he didn't murder that other kid murdered. Like, wasn't that kid possessed?
No,
or,
Bowers
like,
kills his father. He doesn't kill her father.
Yeah. We're talking about Henry, right?
Spoiler alert.
I already said spoilers.
Yeah.
But the problem...
Do you have to say it every time?
No.
It's going to be spoilers for a while, guys.
I like toast. Spoiler alert.
Well, and the problem was, like, I felt it was lame writing to be like, oh my God, we're rallying the troops because they got Beverly. They have no idea in the context of the movie that Beverly's still alive.
Yeah, it's true.
We're going to rally the troops to go fight Pennywise because he has Beverly.
But she was their friend. They
Right,
all
but-
became friends, right?
No, I'm not. But they have no idea. This guy has murdered everyone else he's got.
But
his hands
also, if you
on.
think about it, though,
Beverly's dead in their
But you have to
minds.
understand, in the movie, though, Georgie's brother, right? The entire
Bill.
time, even though he believes that his brother may still be alive. He has no idea. So he's like, I'm still going to go in the sewer anyways. Like, why would you do that?
That's the
Because
only reason why they were helping him.
Yeah. So even if he took Beverly, they still believe that there's a chance she could still be alive.
They were going there anyway.
Yeah, they were going to go there anyways. because
Right,
he's trying
but
to find
I
his
felt it
fucking
was
brother.
bad writing to have the one female be the foil that caused them to rally the troops.
I don't understand why they didn't have the kids jerking off in the club.
Tommy just broke Cruz.
Sorry.
Just completely broke Cruz.
I was like, oh, those kids are they're the right age. Why aren't they doing that?
It's the 80s. They should all be jerking off. They should be playing Ookie Cookie.
I'm scared I'm going to jerk off. No. I thought it was amazing to see it with just the fact they got the praise and the recognition. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
The reviews, fucking the Tomato fucking website, all of those fuckers that were saying that it was a good movie. And thank God, because it's a horror film and we need more horror films out there because they've been producing shit over and over.
I feel
So
we
I
need
was-
more smart horror films.
I would, as much as I would love to agree with you, I don't think a lot of people want to see a smart horror film or can take it in. It's going to be a 50-50, like Blade Runner is a smart sci-fi. Would you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not doing well because it's too fucking smart. And
It's not
asking.
Part of the reason it's not doing well is the runtime. It has almost a
But you know
3-hour
what? Can I say
runtime.
Yeah, but
something,
what
though?
movie
Can I say
isn't
something, though?
fucking
Like, here's the
two
thing.
and a half hours
This
now?
movie's
Like,
nearly 3 hours long. And when I sat in the theater, when it was over, I was actually shocked it was over. Because the time, I was so into the film watching it, that when it was over, I was like, what the fuck? It's already over? Versus, for example, when I watched, oh God, okay, I'm a huge Batman
Like
fan. You already know
Civil
this.
War?
But when I watched, no, I'll give you something longer. The fucking third installment of the Nolan Batman films, okay?
Dark
I
Knight
hated
Rises?
The Dark Knight Rises, and I'm a huge Batman fan. That's the most unbiased fucking opinion, okay?
Tom
Hated
Hardy.
it. And I remember sitting there, and I'm like, when is this going to end? Why is this still going on? Like, this is so fucking stupid. But with Blade Runner, I was like, oh my God, it's over. What the fuck? Like,
Well, but
I was
the
so,
thing
like, the film just swallowed me. I was
The
like,
part
what the
of
fuck?
the thing about it is, it may swallow you and it may be super engaging, which I felt it was. The problem is, you can't have as many runtimes a day to get people in the theaters when your runtime is that long.
Oh, that is your point. Okay.
True.
All right.
Like, that's why they try to make films 90 minutes to 2 hours, because then they have more runtimes per day.
Okay.
Yeah. Were we saying about good movies? Wasn't that how this all started?
Yeah. Well,
I want to
I was bitching about all your choices on what was the best movie you saw in the theaters.
But I haven't even answered that question yet. I'm
Have
still
you
thinking.
have you guys seen Upstream Color?
No.
What's that?
Directed by Shane Carruth, Carruth.
Upstream Color?
Yeah, it's about a man and a woman are drawn together, entangled in the life cycle of an angelus organism. Identity becomes an illusion as they struggle to assemble the loose fragments of wrecked lives. It took me, on the third time, I was extremely high. And the other times, maybe I was just too tired or it was too late at the night and I couldn't get into it. But the fucking third time, this is one of the most beautifulest fucking movies I've ever seen. And this director did it all on fucking a very small budget. And
Wow.
it's probably, I believe it's still on Netflix. It's one of the most beautifulest movies ever. And it's about people that get they get drugged instead of signing over basically all their fucking money and their belongings so this person can rip them off. And then it's them trying to get back into society and trying to cope with what the fuck happened, where they don't know what happened. And then this couple meet and they're like, I remember this. And they start repeating and it's this fucking repetitiveness of wait a second, you're going to say this. We went here, and it's them trying to figure out exactly what happened. Mm-hmm. I'm a little drunk, and I know that's a little that's a fucking very brief explanation of it. But I swear to God, it's one of the fucking most beautifulest movies I've seen, and I highly recommend it. Upstream Color. And my girlfriend recommended it, and she was like, "You don't understand this movie."
I just saved it on my phone so that I can
yeah, and I
check
was
that out
like,
because it looks like something that I would like. So
yeah, it's amazing. It's so fucking good.
oh my God,
Oh my God.
That's
He also did.
amazing.
Shane also did Primer,
Oh yeah, I just saw that when I was looking at it
Yeah.
on IMDb.
and he's acted in a bunch of stuff. And I gotta give him respect because when you do something amazing for no money, Hollywood comes in and here we'll throw a lot of money at you. And
Yeah.
this guy, you can either take it or you can walk away and say, no, I want to keep doing the stuff I want, so I have control.
Ooh,
and
it's a sci-fi thriller.
And that's
promo.
what he's done. And he's a shit. And I'd probably give him a hand job.
I honestly feel
Oh, and
like
the director is in both too. The director
Yeah.
and the writer. He's in both
Yeah.
films, Primer and Upstream Color. Okay.
Nice.
And they're both. Primer is fucking amazing, and it's about time travel. And this guy really broke down time traveling and spoke to
Question.
fucking yes.
is it one of those time travel movies where you can affect the future or not?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, for me, my favorite time travel movie, I can talk, is 12 Monkeys.
I love 12 Monkeys.
And part of what I love about 12 Monkeys is the future has already happened, so you can't rewrite it.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, in Primer, I could recall My memory's a little blurry.
Because we gave you alcohol, maybe.
Yeah, that doesn't help, but I appreciate that. Primer was basically like coming back to like minutes before or after, so it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing with them interacting with their past selves.
Okay.
So,
all right.
And again, this was like a movie he made like out of pocket, but it like swept at the fucking festivals,
Like the festivals
and everything.
and stuff. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so
Indie films are coming up, man.
and
They have to, because Hollywood won't take risks.
yeah.
what do you guys think the whole Weinstein thing? I mean, he's obviously.
Here's my take on it. This is the only thing I'm going to say about it.
Yes.
It's like he's not the only one. You know what I'm saying?
No. I've been hearing stories for years.
Yeah. So
And-
it's like, why? My whole concern is why now? How come? Like this has been going on for years and years. Why all of a sudden? Who the fuck decided? Okay, I'm
The New York
pissed off.
Post
I'm
did
gonna
an
fucking-
expose.
I think because it became social media wise to like kind of call out somebody, and now a lot of people are doing it because it's like there's no reason. There's never should have been a reason for people to be afraid, but now I think mentally people are like, well, if I speak up now, I'll be heard. Whereas before, it would be like, well, that's what happens, right? Because this is the industry.
That's just Harvey.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. And like that fucking clip that came across with Courtney Love saying, oh, I wouldn't go to a hotel if fucking Weinstein invites you. Don't do that. She was saying that in 2005. And like when fucking Corey Feldman was on not Joan Rivers. Corey Feldman was on a big time
Joan Crawford's quite dead.
it's not Rivers.
They're both
Fuck.
dead.
Well, okay, but so
Okay.
I know.
So
what you're talking about.
he's been talking about child molestation and pedophiles
Well, that's the
for
thing
years.
that pisses me off too. Is everybody keeps talking about like, oh, me too, and I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not saying I don't doubt that any of these things have happened. However, the one of the biggest problems in Hollywood is the fucking child abuse as well. A lot of people aren't really like trying to address that right now.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Right, and that's fucking gross.
And yeah.
On top of that, Weinstein, like from the tapes, he's a goddamn creep.
He's very aggressive.
He's super aggressive.
He's super aggressive.
On the flip side,
But he's not the only one.
no, he's not the only
He's not the only one. And that's what pisses me off about the whole thing, really. It's like, yeah, I'm not surprised. People are like, you should have more empathy and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, no. I'm not like, I'm not saying these people are lying or whatever. I'm just saying that, like, this is not news. This
Well-
has been going on with other people and even with the children, with other people and other guys doing the same exact thing that Weinstein has done. Like, why are we all of a sudden just talking about it now?
Well, and my thing is, like, if it's with children, that's repugnant, that's disgusting. That definitely shouldn't happen. When it happens between adults and someone is offering a tit for tat, you have the right to say no. It's repugnant.
Yeah, but even if they do say no and they still go for it, like they still go through with it, like
that's
what the
my
fuck do you
point. That's
do?
another thing that pisses me off. A lot of these women, and again, I'm probably gonna get hate for saying this, but I don't care. It's like, okay, I get it. A lot of people are like, oh, I want my career to take off and go somewhere. So do I do this? Do I not? But then to go ahead and go through with it and then later on say, oh my God, he did this and did that. It's like, is this the equivalent to the morning after regret where the woman says, well, he raped me even though it was consensual? Like, I don't where's
Right.
the fine line?
Well,
I
That's
agree.
what I want to
I
fucking
agree.
know.
Like, you could have said no. Yeah, it would have negatively affected your career, but you chose that you would do something repugnant to further your career.
It's a really fucking touchy subject because it's like
Definitely.
if
We're
you
going to get some
have-
hate either way on
Well,
this.
look at the wife. Okay, I'm sorry to cut you off. You can say your thought in a minute. Talking about like how all these people are like, oh yeah, I'm a victim, even though I chose to do whatever it is that I did, whatever year it happened. Right now, his wife, who fucking is married to him, right? She's trying to get some kind of attention on the matter by saying, oh, you know, he cast me in something that I don't think I deserved and blah, blah. I'm like, you married the guy. So how are you going to sit here and say that you were fucking molested or assaulted in a way? I don't know why I said the word molested, but anyways, you're trying to say that you were assaulted, but you married the dude. So like, why are you trying to get into the fucking spotlight like all these other women by saying that you were also a victim, even though you chose to marry the guy.
Trying to save her ass. Like, I was never a part of this.
Like, I don't understand.
She's divorcing him, so yeah, she's trying.
I get that she's divorcing him, but don't fucking. You look like an idiot. I'm sorry. If I was married to a man and I found out that he did all those horrendous things, the last thing I want to fucking do is go on the record and say, "Oh yeah, I'm a victim too." Like, are you serious? You married the guy. Like. Come on, dude.
It's coming out that it was no fucking secret of what he was doing. And it was a lot of people just turning away and being like, that's the way, that's show business.
It's not going to change. Honestly, in my opinion, it's not going to change. Just because he's out in the open, he's finally being outed, whatever you want to call it, it's not going to change. Hollywood's still going to be the same. There's still going to be fucking skis-balls doing the same exact fucking thing he did. It's not going to change. Woody Allen adopted a fucking, a girl, fell in love with her, divorced his fucking wife to marry her. And what does Hollywood do? It's okay. Hey, it's Woody Allen. Come on. It's Woody.
Anything's forgivable if you're talented enough.
That's so wrong. And
it's wrong,
I
but
love
true.
his movies, but
it's wrong, but true.
Michael
Vick fucking fought dogs back in the NFL.
Yeah,
if you're talented enough, people will forgive your sins.
It's insane. I don't know. It's kind of the way social media is now and stuff. It's kind of a witch hunt. It's in a way of like what. A lot of topics are very fucking serious and should be addressed, and these people should not be fucking famous. They should be called out, but it's like what's trending right now, what's gonna and then what are people gonna jump on and be like, well, oh yeah, this I can relate to this, or I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Obviously the internet and all the stuff we have has changed our way of thoughts. And for the porn industry, the whole thing with James Dean, like as a sex performer, as a fucking male porn star, that was a huge eye-opener because anybody I did a rough scene with, like that weekend that thing was dropped, story, like it made me like anybody could turn around and say, you were abusive to me during a scene.
And that's why
that was fucking terrifying.
And I fear for you guys as men, because here's the problem. Here's my biggest concern with this whole thing, right? And again, I'm not saying that those women are lying or whatever. Here's my biggest concern. I feel bad, just as bad, for the men that are falsely accused, okay? Because I know a lot of guys that were falsely accused. I was falsely accused, okay? I was fucking accused of not just witnessing a rape, but participating in a rape. And this woman that accused me of this was someone that was supposed to be my friend. So this wasn't just some strange woman. This was someone that I had a friendship with, that she had morning after regret, and was like, oh yeah, her boyfriend raped me while she watched, which was far from the truth. Whoa. What really happened was she put the moves on me, right?
Hey-o.
She put the moves on me, and I was like, well, all right, let's go. Then the three of us had a threesome. But the story she told was her boyfriend raped me while she watched.
Ugh.
Her boyfriend raped me while she watched, and then I fucking participated. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So that scares me, because I'm like, that wasn't even a stranger. That was someone that I was friends with making these outrageous accusations. So my biggest thing is, I feel bad for people that are falsely accused, because a lot of people are very quick to believe women, right? Oh, you're a woman, so I believe you. Oh, it's just like with physical abuse. Oh, he hit me. Oh, there's no physical evidence that he hit you, but you know what? Since you're a woman, I'm going to believe you. And that's the sick, sad truth with our society.
That's terrifying.
That's what's fun. And I feel bad for you guys as men, because it's like people are very quick to believe women just because they are a fucking woman. And that's what I fucking can't stand.
Well, whoever goes public with their story first is generally believed.
But usually, whoever's going first, the other person had no idea that was going to happen. And they wouldn't normally go on like fucking Twitter and be like, FYI, this chick just left my house and I did not touch her. Everything is fine.
Case in point, I have a guy friend, right? He's a platonic friendship here with this guy. He's a very good looking dude, right?
better
all the chicks are always very like oh, he's hot, whatever. He's a fucking typical dude that like girls would fucking go for, right?
Like Tommy Pistol.
Yeah, like Tommy Pistol.
Like Tommy fucking Pistol.
And so he's had situations where girls he would hook up with a chick, right? And then like, let's say he was like, didn't really do it for me, whatever, I'm gonna move on, right? They would have freakouts on him. This one girl, and there's so many stories I could share, but I'll share this one specific one. This one girl couldn't handle the fact that he didn't want to date her or be her boyfriend or whatever. So she started blowing up his phone and leaving very, very, like incriminating voicemails, like, I can't believe you did that to me. Like, I can't believe you would lay your hand on me type shit. And he's like, dude, what would happen if she like hurt herself and tried to say, because that happens.
There's literally nothing he could do.
No, because then they'd be like, why did she leave these voicemails on your phone about how you laid a hand on her?
Bitch,
what are you talking
crazy.
about? She's crazy. It doesn't matter. She has a fucking mark on her face. I don't know where that came from, but it didn't come from me. Well, there's still evidence. And that's what sucks. That's why I fucking fear for a lot of guys, because it's like women feel like they have the power of the pussy. Like, well, I'll just say you did this. I'll just say you raped me.
That is
no.
fucking terrifying.
I'll tell you what's terrifying before you say your thought. What's terrifying is hooking up with a chick that consents to having sex with you. Now she has your DNA on her, in her, whatever. Maybe you had rough sex and she scratched your back. Now your fucking DNA is under her nails, right? Let's say the next day she regrets it, right? Oh, fuck, I can't believe I fucked this dude, right? I can't believe I fucked Tommy Pistol. I didn't know he did porn. Oh, my God.
Why is it gotta
oh,
be
my God,
Tommy
I can't believe I fucked a porn star. Oh, my God, I better tell someone he raped me, right? So then someone fucking goes to the cops and they're like, oh shit, Tommy Pistol, we found your DNA on her fingernails. She likes it rough. What the fuck? Oh, also we found your DNA in her vagina. Okay, oh wait, Tommy Pistol, are you a sex worker? Okay, we're booking him.
Well, and that Chappelle show bit from years ago, like the love contract, almost really actually has to happen. Hey, here, initial here that this is consensual.
Yeah.
Initial here to decline anal.
It's almost to like you have to videotape it so that, like anybody can just forge anything. It's almost I actually made this joke with someone like fucking years ago where we were like like hooking up with chicks together and stuff, and I'm like, it's almost like you have to because that's what happened with the girl that was a friend of mine. I've had a threesome with her and somebody else, and then she went and said that I witnessed her rape or whatever. I'm like, do we need to like videotape people? Okay. What's your name? State your name. Are you sober? Cool. Are you consenting to this? Cool. All right, let's do it.
It's fucking terrifying.
It's terrifying.
You never know when somebody is going to wake up and be like, well, this is a mistake, or whatever the fuck is going to
all it takes is someone to think that it's a mistake or they're pissed off. Because a lot of the cases that this happens, the women are being vengeful. They're like, ooh, fuck him. Yeah. Maybe they had ex sex, right? Oh, I ended up hooking up with my ex because I felt like it one night because I was sad and lonely. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I'm going to fucking say he raped me.
Well, and what's also super fucked up is, say, I and a girl are both drunk. We're both drunk. Mm-hmm. We have sex. It's consensual. We're both drunk. In the morning, she's like, oh my God, what did I do? I'm at fault because she was drunk. That's fucked up.
Even though both of you were drunk.
Right.
It's always the male's fault.
It's great times and it's terrifying times.
Yeah.
And when people could be fucking judge, jury, fucking executioner, all from a post online on Twitter or Facebook is fucking terrifying.
It is.
And definitely being in this industry and what we do and the sex acts we do, like, thank God there's fucking paper sign. It's on video.
Yeah.
Like, I would never... I swear to God, I'm glad. I love my partner that I'm with.
Yeah.
And everything, and she accepts what I do. But, like, doing anything outside of it is fucking scary as fuck.
Well, also on the flip side, too, me being a woman, formerly of the industry, right? What sucks, too, on the flip side is that if you're a woman, if you're a sex worker and you're a female... You're not allowed to be assaulted or raped, right? Oh, wait, you're saying that this guy raped you? But you're a sex worker, so
you like that.
You're not allowed to be assaulted or raped. That is unheard of. That's the flip side of everything.
Is that
if you're a woman who's a sex worker, there's no such thing as rape for you. Like,
our
you can forget about
society is so fucked.
It is fucked. And that's what pisses me off about all of this shit that's coming out. All these people, oh, me too, me too, me. Yeah, okay, well, what about the people that are like, that can't say me too because they're a sex worker? What about the men that are falsely accused? Because that's something that's not addressed. Everybody keeps addressing. And then also what's pissing me off too is a lot of people that are addressing this, oh, me too, all these posts on Twitter and Facebook and whatever. I actually saw something somewhere where kind of fucking pissed me off, where a man said that he had dealt with that shit when he was a young boy, you know, like his fucking babysitter, like fucking molested him, whatever. Oh, well, this isn't about you. This is about the women. Are you fucking kidding me? No. Like, it's not just a female thing. It happens to men, too. So that this whole thing that's going on with Harvey Weinstein is just opening up a door for everybody to just kind of say their piece, but also everybody's just kind of one-sided. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, I'm a woman. Oh, all the women just speak up. And then it's like, okay, but...
Our society, I personally think, is so fucked and confused about what they want. Like, they want rights, they want respect.
Yeah.
And they jump back and forth into whatever's popular at the point. And they choose to not address certain things like fucking racism and a lot of these things. And it's like, it's really fucking scary and it's really weird. And like having kids at this day and age, like, it's terrifying. And there's so much fucking media information coming at you over and over and over. It's so overwhelming. And it's just, there's so much and it's confusing at times. And how do you address this? And if you address it and one simple thing that's not agreed on, then you're mean and you're
Well, the problem is things aren't nuanced. It's just really black or white. That is how things are handled in social media. It's just like, you're either for this or against this. There's no subtle nuances on, well, I agree with you to a degree, but I disagree with you on this other part of it.
Like, I publicly, it took a lot, I kind of sat on it for a while, and then I kind of got pissed off when I saw certain things that I saw because of this specific issue that's being addressed now, right? And I finally decided I'm going to post about this. I'm going to post about how, like, you know, I feel sorry for a lot of the men out there. Well, and I didn't even say men. I said people, because I am one of those people that was falsely accused, right? So I said I feel bad for people that are falsely accused of assault and rape, quote unquote, right? And my guy friend that's been false, like the one that I told you about where girls... the one girl would call and leave like incriminating messages and then would like threaten, I'm going to fucking tell them, you know, unless you fucking call me or do whatever. He said, feminists are going to call you a rape apologist for this. And I'm like, no, because you and I are in the same boat, bro. Like, you and I have both been falsely accused of shit. And that's fucking scary. You don't really hear, I mean, yeah, it's more scary for men because it's more believable, right? Like, okay, but for a woman to be accused of that, like witnessing it and then also participating in it, like, that's fucking crazy. So anyways, shit just got really serious and real just now. Are we almost to last call?
Oh, we're past last call, actually.
Then we should probably...
We're in after hours.
Okay, yeah. It's last call because I got places to be, people. All right, so Tommy Pistol is the last call. Where can we find you on the internets?
You can find me on Twitter at Tommy Pistol, or if you want to see me do some personal stuff, like a little more kinky and a little more stuff I couldn't get away with in the soft porn industry. Yeah, you can find me on OnlyFans.com at OnlyFans.com/Tommy Pistol. That's my website at this point.
All right.
But it's more like personal, and you can contact me and I'll respond, and you're seeing stuff you would never
chat with you on
you
there.
would never see things on other movies what I'm doing there, because I would be
everybody likes a little personal
weird
touch to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I stick my finger in my ass and
it's a good fucking time.
And I am having fun.
And good times were had by all.
Nice.
Yeah.
Slayer, where can we find you?
You can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt F. Slayer on Facebook, Matt F. Slayer, or it might be Matt Slayer on... I always fuck up my goddamn Snapchat.
You always do, and I can't help you there. Because I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember week to week either. I mean, I just started getting the pre-rolls right for other shit, so I'll remember my social media one of these days.
Well... for me, you can find me at Annie fucking Cruz on Twitter, at Annie Cruz on Instagram, AnnieCruz.com for business, AnnieFuckingCruz.com for pleasure. And of course, you can find us at And Now We Drink on Twitter, at And Now We Drink _. Wait,
Yes,
Yes,
for Instagram.
on Instagram. And nowwedrink.com. And
Do us a solid. Rate us 5 stars on iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you listen to us. Spread the word. We're getting bigger and better guests like Mr. Tommy Pistol here.
hey. That was a really good show. Thank you so much for joining us, Tommy.
Yeah, thank you, Tommy.
I hope I wasn't boring. Coming here, I was
Not
like,
at
what the
all.
fuck am I going to talk about for 2 hours? But we had a good conversation. It wasn't just
A lot of
about,
people
like,
get scared. They're like 2 hours, but then it just kind of flows.
Yeah, you get a
it's
little
good conversation.
little
yeah.
social lubricant in you, and boom, shit goes.
Well, I mean,
Bada bing, bada boom.
You guys are good people. You're smart.
And you're a 3-dimensional person. You're not just a fuck machine.
Like I've said, I am not a machine. I am a man. I have feelings.
But seriously, folks, tell your friends about the show. It will enable us to get bigger and better guests, more fun people, more drinking buddies. And, yeah,
Fuck off. Bye.
deuces all.